Well, just name one positive thing, one happy thought before I move to the next thing. Give me one happy thought.
Well, Aubameyang came on at the 5th minute and he came off at the 66th minute.
Genitalia reporting.
Oh my god.
Wait, Osuna, are you high?
R9 4th and Cristiano Ronaldo 5th.
Can I go next?
I think Cristiano Ronaldo is the greatest European of all time.
And I want to say R9 just because I actually rate him high. HH. It's just that you always say that he had a grenade tossed to his ankle, and he floated or some type of stuff. It's crazy, bro.
We're gonna talk about Felix. We're gonna have a long conversation about Felix, and a lot of people owe him an apology. Because we're going to talk about redemption. And we're going to talk about so the theme of this hangout is redemption, vindication, and lep. So we're going to talk about that with Felix. We're going to have a section dedicated to Poland. We're going to talk about the city of Warsaw, and we're going to talk about what does it mean to be Polish. So we're going to have a Poland section about a certain Poland individual. Then we're going to go and talk about Simon Hooper. We have to address whether Simon Hooper is on Tottenham's payroll. Levy has the money. We know Levy has the money. And we have to address whether Levy is actually paying Simon Hooper, because what he did, as much as the streets loved it, was really ridiculous. We'll also talk about the City and Tottenham game, the fallout of that game, just looking at the game overall. People have questions about Haaland. 3 draws round in a row. Then we're going to talk about Liverpool, bro. Exciting game. And a little bit about Liverpool, but more so about Trent. 2 games in a row, he has scored a huge, massive clutch goal that could be pivotal in Liverpool's claim for Premier League supremacy, man. And maybe even look at the EPL and look at what it's looking at. Maybe dip a little bit. The Bundesliga might do that, and they will just round things off there. So, guys, that's what it is, guys. The Sunday Football Hangout, the most exciting, crazy, mad, twisted, wild football discussion on the freaking planet. So, guys, you know what it is. Like that vid, guys. Please, everybody, if you're in here right now, it only takes you a second. Just hit that like button. It helps the video with the algorithms. All you need to do is just hit the like button. If everybody can just hit the like button, you'll be my friend. And I'll make you guys tier 1 chief or guy. Just please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. And if there's anything you wish to add to the show, feel free to send in a super chat. Your super chats and your Dubinskis and your Dubs help to keep this channel flowing, man. So there's only one place to start here. And this is going to be a bit of a combo, but there's only one place to start, because whenever a guy like me takes so many L's, whenever I get a dub, I have to cherish these dubs. So I wanna because we're gonna do like 3 topics here. We're gonna talk about Joao, the game itself, and of course Lewandowski. Lewandowski is a separate topic. So let's just touch about Joao. So let's just be brief. It's very simple here. That is the most personal and important goal that he's ever scored. And I think when he did that celebration, I don't know how he returns back to Atleti right now, because that goal and that celebration shows you that, bro, he don't want no part of Atleti. And the fact that the man that Atleti discarded, the man that people in Atleti know that he's useless, he's not that great, it's not the system, he'll be crap everywhere. He's now proven to himself by not only having a man of the match performance, scoring the winning goal that was an outstanding, amazing winning goal, but he did it against his previous employer, and that's an Atleti. There is not so much to say. there's not much to develop on. All I want to hear from are the haters that say, "Halfop, you're right. You're the goat. You knew what you were talking about." So I want to come to Zeman with this, to Antonio and to Zombie, just to talk about. So Zeman, talk to me about Felix, bro. Just give me a little bit about your boy Joao, who was man of the match.
Yeah, Joao. I see where that hate was coming from Joao when he was facing Atletico, man. Because this guy was playing with hatred. You could tell this guy was playing with hatred, man. I haven't seen him that composed in a long time in front of goal. Like, he really was composed in that chip. It's just like that. That's pure.
No,
hatred.
he was a man on a mission. Bro.
Yeah. No, I respect the level of hatred he showed towards them. I mean, he was definitely the best attacker. Because Rafinha, my goodness, we're gonna get to that later.
No, we'll go get it.
But this guy, yeah, but he was, one of the best performers along with De Jong and Gundogan. I thought he was one of the best performers. I thought that this guy, every time he got the ball, he kept just aggregating them because he just kept falling down and he kept winning fouls. And you could tell, like, that celebration, like, that meant the world to him. Just to be the guy that ends up scoring the only goal against Atletico, an Atletico side that was performing.
But it's fact that even when he just scored the goal, that celebration said so much. It said so much because it spoke volumes.
Yeah,
having that kind of celebration.
And I think that before the game, if you didn't know, this guy was talking to the media, talking about how, like, Barca plays better than Atletico. Leading up to that game, Barca didn't play better than Atletico. Atletico were one of the best performers, along with Las Palmas and Real Sociedad, and those guys in Girona. So for him to say all that, and yeah, Pedri did have an incredible performance, but for him to say all that and then to come up with that type of clutch goal, that's like, you got to respect. As much as I still hold personal. I'm not.
Oh no, Zeman, this is the best I could get from you. Like, this is the best I can get from me.
But this game, he showed up. He was the only forward that showed up. Lord knows what Rafinha and Lewandowski were doing throughout the whole game. But he actually managed to show up with the clutch goal, so you have to give him credit.
So do you think this is the case of where he's really coming through, or is this just Atleti previous employer Simeone tax?
I'm putting hater tax on this, man. Like, he hates that. Like, I can see it, bro. He's probably talking the most in the group chat about that game, bro.
Okay. Wait, so Antonio, do you agree then that for this was just about he had a point to prove? So this was specifically about a chip on his shoulder and proving it in this game in particular, rather than maybe he's now getting into form.
Well, I don't know, because I think he did do well last game too. He played way better this game though. I mean, with Joao, I could see what Zima is saying. Like, it is kind of a hater tax because, remember, I don't know if you know HH, but before the game, Atleti were talking a lot about Joao. Griezmann came out and he didn't directly say that, like, Joao didn't try, but he kind of alluded to it. And then other people of Atleti kind of said some stuff. And same with Simeone. And I guess, I think they fired up Joao, and I think that's why he played really good today. I mean, he carried the attack, but I don't understand why Xavi took him out in the end, because I don't know. Today I felt like if he stayed on maybe a little bit longer, maybe he would have finished a chance, because every time he was in front of Atleti's end, I always felt like he was going to score, even though he only scored one. And the goal he scored was beautiful. Beautiful. What finish, a play. Beautiful. But I got to agree with you. I don't know how he goes back to Atleti, because it isn't just a loan, so Barca don't have to buy him, and he might not stay if he doesn't keep performing. If he keeps playing like this, I'm okay with him staying, but it's about him being consistent.
Yeah, because I think like, I just don't know how he goes back to Atleti, bro. Like,
no way. That goal, the way he celebrated.
Because it's the way he celebrated, and especially with what people have been saying about him, I just think that bridge has down to being cut off, man. Zombies, what were you saying about Felix's performance, bro?
Man, his performance was fucking brilliant. Like, that goal, like, that clutch goal was just beautiful. And then the way he celebrated, like, that spoke volumes about how he really truly wants to be at Barca, and he literally despises Atletico. Like, honestly, I don't see how the hell he comes back to Atletico. Because if he were to show up back to Atletico, oh boy, But like what Antonio said before the match, Atletico was like going in on him. Like they didn't think like he was gonna be that guy to win it for them. And like what Z-Man said too about what Joao Felix saying how Barcelona was playing better than Atletico. I didn't believe that, coming from Joao Felix because we can all admit Atletico, right now we're being that team because of the way they played. But today, I can say that Barcelona played like beautifully, like hands down. Like that first half was just amazing. Like the defense, like the midfield, like that. Like those were the only two sides that were like so good. Now the attack the attack is concerned.
No. First of all, we'll get there in much, but also we'll get there in detail.
I was gonna say like as far as like Joao was like the only attacker that was just doing his thing. The other two, I don't really give a shit about. Like,
we'll talk about that. So my thing though is because I think from what everybody's saying, from what I'm hearing from Antonio and Zeman, it felt as if this was hate attack. So let me come to AK here. So AK, are you agreeing that this was just about I have a point to prove? Because look, a good performance is a good performance, but I think what Barca wants is build up from this because bro, if we can get this performance on a consistent basis, this is an asset not only for La Liga but for the UCL. Dude, so do you think this could not be something, like or this just like hate attacks?
I mean, I have to look at the previous performances and the future performances. I mean, the previous performances, let's be honest, he was underwhelming before, like in the games before this. This game, he showed up. He was the best attacker for Barcelona and he played really well. But then we have to see from the next game onwards because the problem with Felix is always, it's never been the talent, it's been the consistency. It's been how much can you showcase what you've done today? How many times over a season can you showcase that? And I do think that if he can showcase it, that's big because that gives Barca a big tool in attack. Because as much as I've said my things on Joao Felix, he's a talented player, and the way he was hyped, I mean, if he can live up to that hype, you're looking at a quality player.
Yeah.
But he has to live up to that hype. And one game doesn't, change. One game doesn't, immediately revitalize that season. He has to keep playing this way in every single game he plays.
Kenny, talk to me because I'm coming to you specifically because why do you have that AVI up, bro? Because Kenny, this is a Joao Felix appreciation session right now. He needs to be appreciated for what he did, Kenny. Kenny. All right.
He ain't there.
Are you there?
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear bro. You go for it, Kenny. Talk to me about Felix. And you can't call him Joao 22 after that performance, bro.
No, the thing is that I only watched the second half because I was watching Napoli against Inter. So I didn't see the first half because he came out like quite early in the second half. So the second half was alright. Well, from what I mean, they say he performed well in the first half. I saw the goal. That was a nice goal, important goal. But like I said, Joao Felix, like we've seen that at Chelsea as well, and we've seen it at Atletico. The guy standing, yes. Even for Portugal, we've seen it sometimes. Or the guy just said before, is consistency. Can you be that good every game? Because before the last game, even before he scored against against Porto, like the guy had a run of games where he was poor, underwhelming.
Yeah.
So obviously he went to the press, he talking the talk, like, he had to walk the walk he did today. And he backed his talk today, so you have to give him respect for that, give him his credit. But now it's time for consistency. And yeah, and obviously, Barcelona going to buy him? I don't know because Atletico are going to ask for quite a hefty fee.
Oh please, how much? No. See, that's what. If you want to get rid of him, come to a compromise.
I think they might say they want less because of what he's doing.
Yeah,
and they kind of have to force him out.
I think so. If you're Atletico, let's be real.
They have to force him out. AJ.
Yeah, like you don't want him there anymore, but you want some money for him. So you can't ask for give us 100. Stop it.
I'm not even taking
Didn't they extended him before he came to Chelsea? I think. How many years does he have left on his contract?
Well,
6 years. 6 years.
They can't keep him hostage.
6 years.
You know, if he wants to leave,
6 more years.
Wait, hold on. What is saying? So, Zombie, what are you saying? Zombies, what are you saying?
I was gonna say, like, if he wants to leave, then he wants to leave. They can't just keep him hostage. I get it. You want a lot of money for him, but at the end of the day, the way he's playing right now, you're gonna want to, like you said, you're gonna want to come to a compromise. That's pretty much it.
Because my thing, realistically, how much do you think Atletico would ask for?
No, they said they want like 80 or 100 mil for him. That's what they want for him.
Wait, hold on. Jace West.
Yeah, we've quoted, like, coming out of the athletic sources and stuff, like the news sources, we've quoted from 70 to 80 million euros. That's what they're saying.
I don't understand the we. It's the we.
We don't speak French here.
We know that you've been a United fan for several years, so you think that this whole we thing can just pass us by. Okay, look, come on. 80 million for a player who he wants to, because Atletico just have to just hold the L. 120, it was 50. A big thing. It just didn't work out, and it's obvious that he doesn't fit into this. He doesn't want to be there. Simeone doesn't want him. He doesn't fit into this team. And you have to come to a compromise.
How much would you sell him for?
The players don't even want him.
No, Kenny. That it comes within context. If let's say I am like the president of Atleti right now, I don't sell him for, because I know I'm going to take a loss. I've got to take a loss because I'm sorry.
Yeah. Of course.
So for me, I won't take anything less than, let's say, 50 or 60.
Nah, man. They're gonna want more than that. They're gonna want more than that. Especially when you see.
So you're saying 80 million?
No, the thing is that when you see what Chelsea can get for Havertz, like they're gonna be like, we want at least 78 for the guy.
Dude, he's not worth that though.
He really is.
But Kenny, my thing though is that's why I say compromise. Okay, let's say you quote 70, and then Barca say no. Now what? Now people are saying in the streets that Saudi. Okay, so here's the thing though. Now if Saudi can come through, okay, cool.
Yeah, he's the player afterwards. We don't know what the players wish for.
And then there we go. So you can say yes to Saudi, but if Joao says no, I don't want to go to Saudi, then what do you do? So my thing for Atleti is there's no point in keeping a player there that you're not using. So what you want is, because at the end of the day, 60 million is still of use to it, a club like Atleti who are not used to spending huge amounts of money based on how they run. So my thing though is that 60 million, of course, you are taking a loss. But Kenny, you will not get no club outside of Saudi, or no club that Joao Felix would want to go to is going to pay 70 or 80 million for it. That's not happening. No.
But for me, from what he's saying, he clearly likes Barcelona.
Oh, for sure.
Do Barcelona have the funds to buy him?
No, they don't have 70 or 80 million. That's for damn sure.
Yeah,
maybe they can scram 60 from the streets.
No. I'm gonna keep it.
Do they have 60? Yeah.
No. If they priced them at 60, Barcelona would be the dumbest club in the world to take that price from them. The dumbest club in the world.
Okay, Zeman. How much? Okay, no, Zeman. How much would you want to buy Felix for? I ask you a simple question.
First of all, I generally don't want him. I would take another loan. I mean, if they're that desperate, I'd rather take another loan if I'm keeping him real. Like, he hasn't shown.
Here we go. That's what we want to hear.
That's what we wanted to hear. That's what we wanted to hear.
Bro, 60 and we don't have a DM. We're spending 60 on Felix when you don't have a DM. No, I'm sorry, bro. I'm against that. I'm against that logic.
Yeah, they're getting quoted for Zubimendi for 60 million. That's a better price to pay for
a far better purchase.
Okay, so basically we're saying that Felix will not be at Barca next season. Is that what we're saying?
He get a second.
Depends how much he is.
Oh, another loan.
Yeah, second
another loan. That's the only way.
Until they get their financial. Until they get into order, then they can probably do
first, bro. I'm gonna tell you, DM is what we need, bro. We don't need Felix. Felix, FC Felix, man. You guys could go to another club, man. I'm sorry. Bro.
Yeah, honestly, he's not worth more than 30.
Zeman, after he just cooked today, you're not excited about what he can do for your attack? Bro, Zeman, we're going to get to a certain polish, but if you put an actual striker next to Felix, Barca can cook. Barca can make a meal.
Maybe
we also need proper wingers, but I don't trust both of them.
Hold on, wait,
you're like a party pooper, bro. Like everyone is excited, and you're like one of those guys who just like ruins everything when everyone is excited. You're that guy say, "Okay, guys, okay, kids, no more party anymore." Blah. I'm like, come on, bro, just ruin the whole party.
But hold on, it's only if he's consistent enough where Barca want to keep him.
And that's what I was
going to say. If he keeps playing like this, then yes. But if he keeps being like inconsistent and then they're like 50+ mil,
what do you mean he's in? Wait,
you can't be I and then get priced for 80 million.
Yeah, exactly.
80 mil's not worth.
You guys are hating.
Okay,
guys.
It's just the truth.
Hold on, okay, guys. Let's not get fun right now. So
let's get into the ghost of Poland.
Are we talking about Warsaw?
Yeah, we're talking about Warsaw. So, Sam, is your mic working there, Sam?
Come back to me in a minute. I'm on the important phone.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So let me come to G2S with this. So here's the thing. Is this whole Lewandowski thing, is it simply a case of just age? Is it just a case of, no, this guy is seriously bad? Like, I think it's obvious right now that it's over for him. Like, it's to a case right now where he now has to accept that you either be a bench player at Barca or go and see what's up at Saudi with your boy Benzema. But can we now fully say that Lewandowski he's finished? It's done.
Yeah.
Great career, great legacy, but now you are no longer relevant as an elite striker.
Yeah, I don't get this obsession with Xavi that he keeps playing him full 90 minutes every single time. I'm like, just bring him off. He's not doing anything. Like, how many big chances did he miss in that game? Was it 4 or 5? And he's meant to be an elite striker. He's meant to be the elite finisher. Well, one of the best in the world. Well, before he came to Barca, he's probably one of the best finishers in the world. But 5 big chances in that game, and you missed them all.
That header, man. That header was disgraceful.
I think
I think at the end, man. That was
okay, the end. No. I think
man. I thought about it and kicked it horribly.
The worst for me, I think, was because it was so bad that I just said, "Oh, goal." When Rafinha did the cutback and he was right in front of goal, I was like, "Oh, that's a goal."
Oh my God,
that miss was like it didn't even make sense. So okay. Now, so Jason, I just saw in the chat someone said low confidence. I disagree.
No.
It's everything.
It's not.
It's old. Low.
There's so many factors. Like he keeps playing all these games, and he's how old is he? 35. He's going to be 36 soon. What player can play 90 minutes in the top leagues consistently at that age? You can't keep doing it.
35, man.
Sure, man.
That's what I've been saying in the last chat.
He's been this season, and he got chucked straight back to the starting lineup. He wasn't eased into it, straight into the lineup again. And the amount of misses, like. Even last week, people were giving credit for that goal. I was like, no, that's an own goal. You can't give him credit for that goal before it gets.
So basically, because I don't know what Xavi is going to do when Vitor Roque presumably comes in January. But if you were Xavi, if once Vitor Roque comes in, you bench him.
Yeah, he has to be benched. Or even if Lewandowski keeps starting the games, but then Vitor Roque gets brought on and puts in his good performances, Lewandowski is getting ushered out the side. And I think Lewandowski needs his competition as well because Barcelona can't have Lewandowski, their main striker, playing 90 minutes every single game through the La Liga, Copa del Rey, and Champions League because that's 20 minutes for a 35, 36-year-old. Like, we're hearing he was getting put pain injections in his ankles when he was coming back. I'm like, he's 35. He's finished.
Yeah, he's finished. That's finished.
I think it was that cross, and I don't know why he's going with his foot when he should go with his head. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think because when I'm just looking at the body language, I just see a guy who, it's over. I mean, Z-Man, is it just a case of where, and it happens to all of us? Because for me, Madrid fans may not want to agree, and I'll come to know with this. I think it's the same thing for Madrid right now, and there's no shame. You see, if he was 27 or 26, I'd be like, boom. See, I don't even want to criticize him as much as I criticized him during that Pep era where, bro, you're at your peak, you're in your late 20s, and you're wetting the bed during the UCL. We are going to criticize you. If you're 35, I'm sorry, bro. So is it a case of where don't even abuse him? You're just old. But once you're old and everything, and you're washed, you're old. Everybody becomes old and washed.
Yeah, he's old, but at the same time, like sometimes he creates his own problem. Of course, he's a piss back merchant. He's like he's hitting 90 as we speak, but at the same time, like this guy doesn't make the game easy for himself. He drops way too deep when he doesn't need to. I think if he just stayed inside the box and then you just told him to press the center backs, he can do a job if you just tell him that. But the problem is, I don't know at what part it is Shabby not explaining to him that he needs to stay back or not even telling him, or the part where it's just innate in him that this guy wants to prove that he can play with the ball.
Yeah, and I think that's for me. I don't think that he's now that may be a Javi problem or anything, but it's true. You're right though. If you've lost the sharpness, just become a smarter striker and become a fox in the box. But I feel that he's spent so much of his career coming in deep that he's like, no, that's part of my game, and that has always been part of my game. But I think you're right. There's that you've got wingers who now know how to cross the ball. You have to just say, no. We don't need you coming in deep because we already have extremely talented midfielders around. We don't need you anywhere here. Stay in that box and we'll just keep on crossing, play the numbers game, and we'll eventually find you.
Can I speak on this?
Yeah, I'll come to you, Antonio.
And the problem with him is just like that.
Can I go after zombies?
Yeah, cool.
When this guy gets his chances, he tends to... Like, it's the problem with him is like he gets simple chances inside the box as well, and he misses those chances. And he constantly keeps missing those chances, and then the guy, the guy seems like he's the type to complain to his teammates that he's not getting service and whatnot. When he's getting those type of services. It's just he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that finishing. You could tell and plus he's low on confidence, which is the worst thing, bro. A striker low on confidence is going to try to do everything to prove himself. He's going to try to do everything to prove himself. He's going to overdo it, and I feel like with him. That's the case, but at the same time, it's the fact that this guy just keeps doing stupid stuff. Like I see times where like the likes of Pedri's ahead of him in midfield. I see him dropping deeper than that. I see times where this guy's on the flank putting in crosses. Why are you on the flank putting crosses?
I'd also see, and my thing though is that okay, if you're gonna come in deep, at least control the ball. Because that's what is again, Zima, like I come from culture, but you have to respect your elders. But you play like if like he plays like, okay, dad, it's cool.
Yeah,
Dad, we respect, but dad, can you just come off the pitch now?
This guy's putting in crosses for 4'11" midfielders, and you're putting in crosses for them and expecting them to like header it, man. And his crosses are awful, man, god awful, man. It's just and I just think that with him, it's just a matter of he's overdoing it, but the age tax, man. This guy's a piss bag merchant. Like MLS is hitting him up. Inter Miami need a strike. You know what? Make a two-way striker.
Zimon, do you know what I don't want? This is what I don't want. I don't want a situation where he goes to the MLS and then he's actually ends up one of the top scorers in the MLS, bro. That would just make the MLS look really bad.
Though, HH.
Yeah.
But
no, he can do. I gotta be honest. There's Zuberman, bro. Like this guy could definitely dunk on those type of forwards. I mean, I still think he has good movements and whatnot. It's just his finishing is trash because. And here's my thing with Lua at La Liga. In La Liga, Lua's too much of a nice guy. He's too nice of a striker. He just wants to play. These La Liga defenders will try to get inside your head. And this guy complains all the time to these guys. And it's just like, that's the difference between high BMI Suarez. High BMI Suarez just, this guy would find a way, even though he was kind of useless towards the end Champions League.
A high BMI is crazy, bro.
Yeah, no. High BMI Suarez would find an angle, he would find a way, and he would get inside the heads of the defenders. This guy, when he's facing...
Ski in that. The ski in that.
He doesn't fit our team.
He's too nice of a guy. That's the problem with him. Another thing that's the problem with this guy.
Yeah, so okay, let me come to Antonio then, and Zombies then AK. So, Antonio.
Okay, you can hear me, right, HH?
Yeah.
So with Lewa, it's just like, I think it's a combo of things. He's old. He's definitely low on confidence. I don't know how you can't think that, because every time I watch him play when he's in front of goal, it's like he second guesses himself. Like today, I think he dribbled past like it wasn't even really a dribble, but he cut back onto Oblak and then he kicked it right at him. But he he totally missed the goal. It was like, dude, what are you doing? I don't know. He just didn't hit the ball right. And I feel like he's not only not getting in the right positions, he's dropping deep, and he looks horrible with link-up play. This is not a striker that can do that at this point anymore. And I don't know why he doesn't want to stay up as much, but then I gotta be honest though, I kind of understand why he comes back to drop deep a little bit, because sometimes he's just out of the game for too much, and I feel like he doesn't know what to do. And because Rafinha is not that good, bro. Our midfielders,
you have to understand that but Tony, there are two types of strikers. There are those strikers who are happy not touching the ball for 80 minutes. Give them a sniff and then they will score. And they're happy because they understand that. Like someone like Haaland. Haaland is very happy not touching the ball for like 60, 70 minutes. Because he knows that all I need is a chance to score. Lewandowski, for the plethora of his career, I have to be involved in the game. I've got to keep... Because if he doesn't have any touches, so... But you have to understand that is a new thing for a striker. And you have to hone those skills of because that is about patience. Patience and concentration, where you don't touch the ball, but you just have to be active, keeping it active, because once that chance comes, hit it, boom.
But I think
Lewandowski is not that kind of a striker.
He just can't cope with it. I don't know if it's because he's like, I don't think he realizes that he's this bad, honestly. Or maybe he does, but he's like, oh, I'm going to come back, I'm going to score. But it is really bad, because every time I watch him, I'm like, dude, like today he had at least, 4 key chances that was like, you have to score that, man. And I don't know. I feel a little bit bad for him at times, though, because Rafinha on the right wing, sometimes he gets a good cross in, but man, he's horrible too. I know we've already talked to him, but dude, I kind of understand, like, he doesn't get the best service sometimes from our other forwards, but he gets still enough where you're like, dude, I don't care what's happening. You got to score that. And he needs to just realize it. But here's the real problem. Xavi, I love Xavi, but he needs to wake up and start benching the guy. I don't know why he's not benching him. And like today, why did he take off Joao and not Lewa? Lewa was horrible today. He did not deserve to keep playing. He doesn't deserve to play 90 minutes. He doesn't deserve to keep starting. The only problem is that I think Xavi's afraid, because sometimes when you start Ferran, he's not good. Sometimes he's good. He's very weird like that. And we don't have to be honest, the biggest problem with Barca is our defense is really good. Our midfield's good. We do need a DM. But our forward line is, okay, we got Joao sometimes cooking. He's very talented, so he can get past players. So
I mean, but
the thing with Joao is that no matter what
it is MSN. The attacker is MSN.
It's not a consistent goal scorer in there anymore. And so Rafinha, okay, he just is a threat sometimes when he crosses, but he's less said about him. Lewa, a ghost. And Joao, because he's such a good player in the sense that he can take people on at times and he can play link-up play, it's good, but he's inconsistent. So I don't know what Barca does. I'm a little worried with the forward attack, because I know we're getting Vitor Roque in, but I don't know if he's going to immediately make an impact, because I'd understand if he didn't, for sure.
Zombies, let me come to you and then AK, then move to the next topic. Zombies.
So with Lewandowski, just watching him today made me cringe, because the fact that you had literally 4 key chances to score and literally he did not make none of them. So, and it brings me back to the last stream where, you said that it's just the old age, and honestly it is. It's just the age tax, because he's now at that age where, it's gone. Like, literally his last season was literally the last peak of his season. Yeah. And now it's gone. And Z-Man brought up a good point too about the dude having to keep taking, the pain shot killers. That just lets you know straight off the bat that, he doesn't have it anymore. And this brought up to me too. I noticed that, and this is when he was in Bayern and in Dortmund, where he would barely touch the ball when he was a striker. And when he would get it, he would do all these solid, strikes, and then he would, make that goal. But with Barcelona, when he, gets the ball every time, he does. Here's the thing: he'll take that chance, but 9 times out of 10, that chances, will not be fulfilled. And
No, I mean, look, I think like he's just old.
He's not good against low blocks. He's not good against low blocks. I've noticed.
And yeah,
in Bundesliga, it's more open, and in La Liga, I'm
saying that even as a 35-year-old, put this guy in Bundesliga, I still think this guy's. He's just because let's just be real. Didn't he win the Pichichi Award last season? He did.
Yeah, but he was okay. Let's keep it a buck, though, HH. He did win the Pichichi Award, but he stat padded the first half of the season. After the World Cup,
and
he was horrible.
And that's why I said, like,
he was horrible after the World Cup.
Every player you can chat when the decline starts. It is very simple. So since that World Cup, that I think is where the Lewandowski decline has begun. And it's very simple. So my thing is, put him in apart from MLS, put him anywhere. I still think you're going to see the same issues.
He just doesn't fit
and you know what?
He doesn't fit their style.
And that's why I'm glad Antonio brought that up, because like literally after the World Cup, the second half, like he was so inconsistent. It's like definitely like in the end, because like that has showed me that his age is starting to catch up to him, and for a guy who, complains and says that, he doesn't have any help, which he does at some points, but 9 times out of 10, they're not helping. You yourself, should try to do more. And what I don't understand about him is where you go deep and try to help the midfielders, but, you get the ball taken away from you that quick. And that's what I don't understand.
Let me bring in AK this way. AK, talk to me, bro. Talk to me this way. AK.
Here's the issue with Lewandowski for me. Okay, like I get it. You're a senior citizen. Okay, you're old. You're geriatric. You're a piss bag merchant. Okay. Now, why are you dropping deep and trying to get these cute touches on the ball? Why are you moving to the left side and trying to combine and trying to make these long bursting runs into the box for like these diagonal runs and all that?
Okay. Let's be fair then. How do we know that Javi hasn't fully instructed him and said, "Yo, Lewandowski, I want you to stay in the box"? If Javi says, "Oh no, play your game," the Lewandowski will then play his game.
That's Javi's fault. Because Lewandowski, you know what he looks like, HH? You know that senior citizen, you're playing 5-a-side, and you have that random senior citizen who comes in like, "Hey, I want to play some games with you too." And he comes and he tries to, play all across the pitch. That's what Lewandowski is. Stay in the box and do what you're good at. You're 36 years old. Play like you're 36 years old. Don't play like you're 16. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's also a pride thing. You have to understand that at a point, this guy was probably the best striker in the world. This is a guy that has won the treble. So I do feel like if there's a pride thing about him. But I think that with these games mounting up, it is obvious right now that we're now building a large resume where we cannot pick like a good number of games where you've been seriously ineffective, or you're seriously no longer that dude. So
it's not scary in front of goal.
Yeah, exactly. Like this, I mean, even his finishing has leveled off. Let's be honest. I mean, he's not as clinical as he was previously. He's not. He doesn't give you the same feel in front of goal as previous Lewandowski did.
Why is he so bad in front of goal? Like, what is it?
His eye test is like
no. But I'm telling you, like it's not complicated. It's for the time. Yeah. Finishing comes with
it comes with instinct. It comes with
it's instinct, and it comes with sharpness.
Yeah, exactly.
As you grow older, you lose that chance. 2015. That chance at the end, that is easy money.
No, Lewa from 3 years ago would have made that. Lewa from 3 years ago.
Even say 3 years ago, easy money. Get past the defender, boom. But you could just see that. It's everything. It's age, it's confidence, and that is a very horrible mix. You see, many strikers go through low confidence when they're at the peak. But when your quality, that low confidence always lasts for a small amount of time, then you get a goal, then you're back. Mm-hmm. The issue right now is, even if he gets a goal now, that's not going to change anything because you have that lack of sharpness. And here's the most important thing.
One other thing.
The way Barca play, they need a striker that comes in deep. They need that David Villa, Jaws type striker. The fox in the box is not what this Barca team needs. So my thing is that, okay, fine, be a fox in the box. Does that actually help with this team? No. What helps this team is a rolling striker.
He doesn't fit our style at all.
The point then is you spend 50 million on him. That could have been well spent on a young up and coming striker that could have been scouted or something.
AK, hold on. Okay, now let me. You said that though. AK, who won the league last year? Who was top scorer last year?
That is true. But
okay, but hold on.
So my thing is signing HH. I mean,
it was short term. But that's why the key thing now is when this Vitor Hockey comes, let's see what it does. Okay, real quick. So, Nomad, real quick on this before we move. So, Nomad, thoughts on Lewandowski?
Doesn't he have 3 years left on his contract?
Excuse me?
No, it's 1 year, isn't it? He's a 3-year
contract. 1 year and
2 plus 1, right?
Option to renew for another year.
Yeah, it's an option contract.
Yeah.
2 plus 1, right?
It's two more years, I think.
No,
2 plus 1.
No, it's 1. So it's pretty much 1 for like an option to like renew for like 1 more year.
Okay, so 2.
Yeah,
so next year will be his last year.
It's an option contract. It's not 2 years.
Well, yeah, it's not total. 2 years. It's 1.
Okay, so it's 1.
Okay, no man. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So imagine next year how he's going to play. I mean, if Rock Jr. Doesn't get to a good start, it's going to be difficult for Barcelona.
He's going to Saudi.
Yeah, but HH. I mean. What could you say then about Lewandowski's longevity? 34 barely, and he's gone. His career's over.
How many elite strikers at 35? He's 35. How many strikers were elites at the age of 35?
Yeah, but the thing is, he even started late, right? He wasn't a teenage prodigy. He wasn't an early 20s prodigy.
He's been good for like 10 years, though.
Come on, don't do that. Lewandowski has amazing longevity. Now, you can insult the Bundesliga all you want, but look at his goal-to-game ratio in the UCL. It's actually very good.
He's the third.
Yeah, isn't he like the third most?
Yeah. Like in terms of.
You know why he's saying this? Because Benzema's in Saudi right now.
So my thing is that we can insult Lewandowski now. What we're not going to do is to be revisionist and just say, he has been, for a long period of time, one of the most lethal goal scorers in Europe. And let's discount the Bundesliga in the UCL. In the UCL, he's been one of the most lethal goal scorers.
But then why did you name him Small Game Robert? SGR. You named him, I remember it.
No, man, goals are goals. Goals are goals, but the issue for Lewandowski, which was what we said was that
a decade of small game performances, that's it? Out of your entire career, a decade of small game performance.
No, what happened in 2012 semis? What happened?
He scored 4, didn't he? Or 3.
So he put a 4-piece on one of your best ever teams. In a semi-final.
So to be honest, you called him small game robber even last year after the.
He is small game robber.
Oh yeah, he was. But he was small game robot. Of course,
but
he was.
What that's it. One moment
in his entire career. 1 moment in his entire career. That's it.
No, come on, yeah,
stop it, bro.
His career is over.
What did he do in that treble-winning season, bro? Come on, man. Come on, stop it.
He was the highest.
He didn't do shit in the finals.
No.
Wait, in that treble.
Are we talking about the same Lua guys, are we talking about the same Lua that came to La Liga and dunked on your boy to the point where you had to go to the Saudi?
Yeah,
that same Lua.
We have that conversation.
Lewa may be finished, but man.
Yeah,
let's not start with Barcelona with the Civil War.
Finished, then you got dunked on by finishing.
What about now?
Wait. Okay, hold on. So, last thing real quick. Before we go to Lep, last thing real quick. So, anyone can jump in here. I'm gonna just put this out there. Best performance, notwithstanding the trash finishing, best performance by Xavi with Barcelona in terms of just footballing performance, not counting the poor finishing.
No, it's the Super Cup from last year.
Oh god.
Wasn't he the Betis game?
This year, the Super Cup.
Betis was very good.
That's a Bayern game. They were very good. They lost, but they were very good in that Bayern UCL game last season.
Their best game in Xavi is that Super Cup.
You could even pick when this guy didn't have that much quality against Atletico, when he had like Dani Alves and Adama Traore.
And also, I'm going to keep it a stack.
That was probably
again. I don't want to start a war here. Bellingham is still there to do it, but Pedri is very good, bro. Pedri is.
His passing's amazing.
That's no, bro. No. Forget his pass. I'm just going to talk about football IQ. decision making, balance, dribbling, ability to get away
some
from
of his.
And he's good, dude. He's good.
The way he was getting away from this Atletico midfield the entire
He
stage.
was
right foot, left foot, vision, getting away from trouble. I'm like, this guy is a. Is he 20?
Young and him. Oh man,
this is why you don't base midfielders off GA, because I don't want to hear this bullshit about Bruno Fernandes and Kevin De Bruyne. Like, GA is good, but for midfielders, that's not their. That's not their main
goal.
thing.
It depends what type of midfielders we're talking.
That's
true.
But see, Jason, that's the issue. Hold up. See, that's the issue of football today right now is a lot of those Twitter idiots. See, actually, Twitter, it's a rotten place. Twitter exhibitors, whatever you want to call it. Those guys, all they do is, oh my gosh, look at what this midfielder goes. GA. If we base things based off of GA, Iniesta is a bomb. Ronaldinho is a bomb. They're bombs. So my thing though is that when you look at Pedri, the beauty about that is that Pedri means that you now have to come to my world, which is now the eye test. Because Pedri is not going to get a high number of goals. Pedri is not getting double figures of goals or double figures of assists. But when you watch the game, that assist doesn't happen without what he's done to create the foundation for that assist.
You know what it is? It's kind of like what Zidane and Messi said in their interview. I'm not saying he's to that level, but the way Pedri plays, he's like a player who makes you play to him. You're playing to his game. He'll slow down the game when he wants to. He'll speed it up when he can. And the thing is, he's got all of the fundamentals down. Hopefully, if he's in front of goal. But he didn't have any chances today. He was amazing.
But my annoying thing right now is
can't rely everything on GA for me.
Wait, you see, I don't want to start a war here, which is why it's not good to compare. So people will say, wait, don't compare Pedri to Bellingham. Look at how many goals and assists Bellingham has.
Please.
Hold up. Just hold up. My thing here is you can't just say that. I think Bellingham is better. No, okay. I think Bellingham. I think you can make an argument that Bellingham is better if you don't use goals and assists because of the intangibles he brings. But the issue though is that if you're only arguing that, Bellingham is better because of look at all the goals and assists that he has, then you don't appreciate football. Because what Bellingham has to do means that he does have to get goals and assists. What Pedri's role is and everything, he's not reliant on getting those goals and assists because he's a guy who I'm here to set the tempo of the game.
The simple fact is
hold up. AK, and then Mohammed.
Here's a simple fact. Bellingham is better at certain attributes than Pedri. Pedri is better at certain attributes than Bellingham. Like, it's not. I don't understand this comparison because
they're different midfielders.
Exactly.
But AK, what he said is sensible. But AK, we don't live in a sensible world. So you see, AK, what he said it makes sense. But in the sick world we live in, someone has to be better. Someone has to be like, he's better than him. So in the world we live in, it's about goals, assists, he's better.
Is this players FC, man? And obviously they play for Barcelona and Real Madrid, so it's normal. Like they're gonna be.
It's like
no. But Kenny, my whole thing is that it just this now separates the guys who understand football and the guys who do not. Because when you watch these two players play, they have a different role.
It's also based on how the team plays.
Back in the day, Javi, I don't want you scoring goals, Javi, because your role isn't to score goals. Your role is very important, and your role is not predicated on scoring goals. So the thing for Pedri right now is that Pedri, you are the guy who dictates the very fiber and how the team works, because the midfield is the nucleus of the team. So if you're now assessing Pedri as to did he get any goals and assists? No.
The thing as well, they play different style as well. Like the way Barca play, Real Madrid don't play the same way.
For me, a good example is like I would say the closest in terms of style to Pedri at Real Madrid is more so Toni Kroos, because I feel like Kroos isn't the type in this age. He's not the type to like goal score. He's not the type to do that. But once you see him on the field and how much impact he has in terms of unlocking space with his passing and his ability to like dictate game, that's what he is more so.
But you see, but the different thing with Pedri though is that I feel that Kroos is a guy who really his heat map is really inside that center of the pitch. But the thing for Pedri though is that, which is why he's so talented, he can do that center thing that Cruz does, but he actually knows how to dribble, beat his man, and actually because Cruz doesn't have that balance where he can really carry the ball and attack the defense.
Cruz can dribble, man. Cruz can dribble. It's just Cruz can dribble. Like
no.
You can't say Cruz can't dribble.
If you're
not to the same degree as Pedri.
No. You're talking about like the thing that I would say that Pedri has a high attribute on is his ability to conjure up space when he's surrounded. Like he just knows how to pick up the right pass with the right weight, or just knows the right moment to churn to create that space for his teammates and to create that space for himself. And then in terms of having possession. But when it comes to passing range, which is something that I don't think I think majority of midfielders are more ball carriers than passers. That's something that I don't think that also distinguishes them in terms of his style of play. Now, I don't like the thing is there's different types of midfielders. Like I'm not expecting GA from a player that doesn't bring that much GA to his game, and his impact is more so what he does on the field. And I thought Gundogan also had a great game. So did
Gundogan has been money.
De Jong was amazing.
That midfield.
Wait. Let me bring in Mohammed because Mohammed wanted to say something. Mohammed, what do you want to say? Mohammed.
I have question. You see, Pedri, I don't want to sound like hater, but what has he done in the really important? Hold up.
Before I cut your
mic. Let me talk. I cannot believe you're comparing this guy to Toni Kroos. I think you should be arrested for that. Because if you look at, listen, HH, man, don't let these Barcelona fanboys screw your way of thinking. You are older, man.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Mohammed, very simple. Do you rate Pedri as a footballer? Do you rate him?
I think there's no sample size, HH. The guy has barely. He spends months
I asked you a simple question. Do you rate Pedri as a quality footballer? Yes or no?
He spends half his career in the hospital, brother. I can't rate. To be honest, I think he's. Wait. I think he's probably like Bojan, you know.
Bojan is crazy.
You see, this is the problem I have.
He's too travelistic.
Wait, hold on, guys.
I am not. Wait, hold up. I'm not hater. I'm not hating.
No. Yes, you are. Do you realize that you can chew gum and walk at the same time? You can chew gum and walk at the same time. You can support your club, love your club, but you can take a step back as to, oh, that's a quality player. I still love my club. I still rep my club, but you know what? That's a quality player. He may play for the enemy. That's a quality player. Because Mohammed and Nomad, do you know what your fans did some years ago? They stood up and applauded a guy wearing a Barca jersey because he was so good.
True.
He was so good.
Brother, come on, brother.
They stood up and they applauded a guy who was wearing a Barca jersey. So my thing is that you are not being Judas by simply saying Pedri is an extremely talented player. That doesn't make it any less of a Real Madrid player. That doesn't make it any less of a
AJ. Now listen to me. Mohammed had a point, unless he shows some level of consistency over a year or at least a couple of years, he's going to remain the discount Iniesta with a hospital king.
I got a question.
Discount.
Discount Iniesta with a hospital king.
Okay, Mohammed. Okay, hold up. Nomad. So, do you rate Pedri as a quality player? Yes or no?
What do you mean by quality? That's so subjective.
Oh my God!
So it sounds like he doesn't rate
Pedri as a quality midfielder, yes or no? It's a simple question.
Yes or no question.
It really is.
I do.
Oh, yes.
It is.
And that's fine. And Nomad, do you believe that in his age group, in his generation, he is one of the most talented players of his age group in the world?
Talented, yes.
And that's fine. So what is wrong to say he's one of the most talented and he is one of the most, and right now, when he's fit, he's one of the best players in his position. There's nothing wrong in saying that
because unless he's fit,
look at Pedri and deny the guy's talent.
Yeah, but unless he's fit, listen to me. Unless he's fit, we cannot include him in any conversation. Give me a complete season or at least 2 seasons. Until then, we are not including you in any conversation.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody's saying.
You know what's hilarious about
be real.
You don't even want to talk about it.
You know what's hilarious? You know what's hilarious about these guys?
Wait, can I respond?
These guys.
Yeah, no. We have to move because this is getting too. Wait. Let me take some Dubinsky. Shout out to Victor. Thank you for that. I've been listening for so long now. Big ups to you guys, man. Big ups to you, Vic, man. Thank you for listening, bro. Thank you, Victor, man. Thank you for the Dubinsky, man. Thank you, bro. Casey, isn't spying a crime in Spain? Hashtag lewa, hashtag Rafinha. Rafinha ain't great. Lewandowski is worse.
Oh,
like
yeah,
Lewandowski
100%.
right now is generally useless. Rafinha is not great. He at least has. See, Rafinha is a classy brick. He's a classy brick. Lewandowski is class B pushing to class A. He's class B. Like Lewandowski right now, Barca are playing with 10 men if they play Lewandowski. It's with 10 men.
Lewa is bad, man.
Shout out to Abris Fair. Inter, top 4 in the world right now, beat Napoli away 3-0 easily. Abris Fair, no. Beating Napoli in 2023 ain't the flex. No.
How can you say that about
Napoli
in the flex,
Napoli under Mansara trash. Osimhen leave that club immediately.
Even the Nigerian Godfather.
No, but Inter definitely tougher. Like the way they
are very good.
They're serious.
And also, like we said this yesterday, guys. Marcus Thuram, bro. Marcus Thuram is that Barella goal was beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm hearing Arsenal fans say they're better than them. Like,
you saw that clip as well.
Yeah.
AK, how can a club say they're better when the last time they were in a UCL final was in 2006? Before the MC began.
The guy didn't
the last time they were in the UCL final was before the MC was a thing. That's the last time they were in the UCL final. Inter in the UCL final last year. So come on, bro.
The guy did combined 11 and he was put in, I think it was Marty. They said Thuram and Martinez as the front two. And then the Arsenal fan was like, what about Martinelli and Saka? I was like, what?
Nah.
You see, Arsenal fans just
honestly, if
cringe,
Inter
man.
played them in the UCL, I think Inter would beat them.
VJ City, when are we going to have this convo? Barca has the most talented starting 11 in Europe, only behind Man City.
Okay, now that's
no.
I know about that one now.
No, Kenny, I do know. And the answer is no.
No, it's obviously no. The problem with that statement is we don't have an out-and-out DM or even a right back, if I'm being honest. So I can't even say we have the best starting. That doesn't make sense.
No. Yeah, we don't even have
Barca should push harder for Brozovic.
No, dude, he's in Saudi.
Do you know how much money you earn in Saudi?
Why would we buy him? He's finished in Saudi.
No.
I would take him.
Do you know how much money? Who leaves Saudi? Let him get his 2-year billion. Then he can talk about it. So until he gets his 2-year billion,
they should have gotten him before Saudi. They should have gotten him from Inter.
They ain't got the capabilities for that. You see the salary they were offering him in Saudi.
Hey, wait till the next installment comes.
Yeah, leave it. Shout out to Bessie, member for 14 months. Atleti seeing Joao happy with Barca. Atleti 22. Oh, come on,
don't disrespect us.
Let's come on, man. Let's not do this. But shout out to your boy Jab, man. Abis fair. Barca needs to make a hard choice and sell Gavi and Freddie De Jong. The money from those two could be a huge help unless Barca spend all of it on one player again. Wait, Abis fair. Are you high?
What? This guy. What is?
I mean, I know Inter won today, so that's probably why.
Yeah, maybe you're high off Inter winning and everything, but sell Gavi and De Jong. Are you crazy?
This dude just probably wants him or something.
Shout out to your boy Nemo. Amazing display. Barca cooked Atleti with 10 men. Yeah. Barca were playing with 10 men today.
I will say, though, the last 30 to 20 minutes, though, it was looking a little dodgy. Atleti almost came back.
They looked dodgy.
That's the only problem.
Sure. Half up Snow Bunnies. Looks like Chelsea got a taste of milk. Hashtag, okay. All right. Croyven18. Where is the terrorist convo? Okay, come on, guys. Are we? Is this the one we're doing right now? Are we doing? So is Inaki Kenya better than Ter Stegen?
Your terrorist is crazy.
I don't think that. In my opinion, as good as he's been in these past 2 games, I still don't trust him out and out.
Me too.
Me too.
He's sus, man. He's got some.
Shout out your boy QC8. Discount Iniesta with a hospital king. Wait, no, is that what he actually said?
Exactly. That is what he is. What can I do about it?
No, man, he's not Iniesta. Like, Pedri is his own player. Why are you comparing him to Iniesta?
Well, the only guy with the hospital king is Hazard. So calm down.
One second, this guy.
Mohamed, no.
Remember, these guys
Shocks. Madrid fans' lack of objectivity when they hear Barca.
I mean, on this panel, yes, on this panel.
Yeah, I mean,
just by dealing with Pedri fanboys.
These guys, no, my problem is these guys keep mentioning Pedri as if this guy wasn't one of our most important players in us to win La Liga, but he hasn't proven himself. Spain's best.
Yeah, how many games do you play for Spain and the Olympics as well?
That's what I mean. Like it's okay to say it's okay to be objective. Like I can say Bellingham is the best player for Real Madrid. I don't have to be like, oh, I don't think he's that good all of a sudden. Just because you're hurt because teenagers perform. You're doing the same thing you accuse Pedri fans of doing.
Yeah, you're being hypocritical.
So hold on. Shout out to your boy Christoph's. Hey, Streets and HH survived poisoning. Jesus, 2 days ago. Feel like utter trash now and in hospital. Man, bless you in the streets. Stay safe. I'll return. Christoph, please stay safe, bro. Please stay safe. Remember, Christoph's he is a reporter in Ukraine. So he's right there in the frontline boss. So hopefully, Christoph's, man, much loved member of our community, man. Please stay safe, bro. Please stay safe, Christoph. So people in the chat, man, please put up hashtag stay safe, Christoph. So put that hashtag up in there, man. Stay safe, bro. So, guys, now, before we talk about the game, we need to just think about this dude. Okay, I'm going to start out by saying this. It's between these 2 leagues. Just overall, take everything overall. Which league has the worst referees? The Premier League or La Liga?
La Liga.
Liga.
Okay, I'm here. Good.
La Liga, man. But this year, Prem.
Okay, hold on. Antonio, why do you say La Liga have worse refs?
So here's the thing. This year, the refereeing in. Okay, get out of here, no man. You salty. Get out of here. Just salty.
Barcelona.
And also, Antonio, you have to keep in mind. Keep in mind that getting payments doesn't equate to bad refereeing. See, Antonio, what? I'm not talking. No. I'm talking about bad refereeing. So where you are inept at your job. Wait. If I get paid to throw a game, that's not bad refereeing. That's just me cheating. No, I'm talking about where you're just a trash referee.
Wait. Let me say. So first off, this year the Prem's refereeing has been atrocious, but I don't know if it's because of PMGO or whatever that
PGMOL.
That stuff. Okay, it's trash. That refereeing, whatever association is horrible. You got this year the Prem's refereeing has been pretty bad, but for consistently years, La Liga refs have been pretty bad. I don't know if it's some people could say it's on purpose, but like I don't know, man. Always inconsistent calls. I mean, just go look at past seasons. And then like today with the refereeing, the ref in the athletic game, he was trash, getting in the way, making like
okay.
Calls,
no. Antonio,
I don't know.
Has a La Liga let me just say this. Has a La Liga ref ever a team has the ball, they get a foul, the ref says play on, the team proceeds to put a long ball where their striker is going ahead to a 1v1. And he then pulls it back.
I'll give you one better, HH. I'll give you one better. I'm sure that's happened. I'll give you one better. There's plenty of times Barca scored and they called it off, not because anyone was offsides, because they said it didn't cross the line. Come on, HH. There's tons of times in La Liga you could.
Well, was this before goal line technology?
No.
I could be wrong though.
No, I'm sorry. Let me course correct. So, Kenny, do you think can City point to Simon Hooper screwing them over in terms of that game? Because Kenny, my thing is that we just don't know because
we don't know.
Honest opinion, look, say, okay, Kenny, this is how I view it, then I'll come to you. We can never predict the future. Grealish isn't fast. He's not that quick. But at the same time, if he controls the ball and out of panic and desperation, someone fouls him, and they're the last man. That could be either a free kick, that could either be a penalty or even a red card. So we don't know what would have consumed. But what we do know is that was a horrendous call by Simon Hooper. So do you think the City can say no? That call cost us the game.
No. You can't be certain that they were going to score at that point in time. And the thing is that obviously we don't know that. Grealish could miss it.
How do you know that for sure that he wasn't going to score, dude?
No, I said we don't know.
Because
I said we don't know if he was going to score.
He's not going to score.
Like, is Jack? Like, I'm sure. Like,
one-on-one though. He's one-on-one.
Wait, hold on. One time. Kenny.
No, but you're acting as if we've never seen player miss one-on-ones. Like, it happens. Like, it's not.
He wasn't given the opportunity to do it though. Like, if the goalie blocked it, then we would have found out. But the problem is that.
But that's always. Hold on.
No, obviously we're not.
My thing though is this: can you? Because can you just explain what the referee was thinking doing that? Because Kenny, you saw him say play on. They played on, and then he then calls it. So it doesn't. How do you explain it?
I can't explain it. It was a bad call from him. I don't know what he was doing. But the thing is that the thing as well is that the thing quickly is that the Spurs players stopped as well because they thought it was a free kick. So we can give that benefit of the doubt. But at the end of the day, the ref made a mistake. But like I said, the ref make mistakes like everywhere. Like if you look at most leagues, obviously most people I think they watch the Premier League or in big games. I think in big Premier League games there have been mistakes, so that's why everyone say pure refs are bad. But trust me, if you watch French league, if you watch some Serie, sometimes like there's bad calls everywhere. So for me, it's like one week everyone says it's the Premier League, next week it's going to be La Liga, and then the week afterwards it's going to be Serie.
Someone suggested this before. Should referees give a post-match interview after each match to explain their decisions?
They could, but honestly, the thing is that it would. I think it would get people more pissed off because even if they give the reasoning, like the decision has been made already. So whatever he says afterwards, like what's done is done. So even if he says I'm sorry,
apologizes.
Even if he apologizes, like people are going to be even more pissed. So it's like,
here's the issue here, Kenny. Let's use this warning. This is why now it may be a case where they're not referees, but let's use this example: Simon Hooper, Wolves against Manchester United, messed up, and then that's how he now had to sit aside. Liverpool against Tottenham. Now that was a combination. That was a combo of Darren England, who was the sort of VAR referee.
That was the VAR guy.
So you can say, okay, but again, Simon Hooper, you were in the middle of that as well, and now we have this third one. So Simon Hooper, you've been involved in 3 games where you've made serious bad calls, and in 2 of those games,
they had Spurs.
This could be pivotal, and both of them were Spurs.
So we say, Spurs got that money like that. No, but for me, the Liverpool one, I'm not blaming. The Liverpool one, I'm not blaming on him. Like if you hear that, what they were doing in that VAR stuff, like that was some. I'm sorry, that's some school stuff. I don't know what's going on in that VAR. Like that was just they messed up. They thought that he said onside, but it was offside. That's them. But today, that's on him. He completely messed up. But yeah, like I said, refs are bad everywhere. Next week he's going to be another ref from another league, so it's just what it is.
Okay, let me come to Money Mace. But just last thing, again, before I come to Money Mace, but Kenny, though, the thing that's true, you make mistakes everywhere. But this is a top 6 clash. Things are getting very tight. This is a league that has been decided by 1 point in the last few seasons. So, and this was a very high-tempered, high-octane game where there was a lot riding on this. So, my thing though is, why would you pick a referee who has made a mistake? This is what I don't get. Let me even ask to this Money Miss. So, my Money Miss, Tottenham against Man City, a lot is riding on this. You know, people are winning, and the referees have already been in the news. When you're now picking your referees, why wouldn't you pick a referee who hasn't made any mistakes? Like Michael Oliver, I don't think has made any major mistakes this season. So why don't you pick a referee who has not made any major mistakes? Why pick a referee who has already made a mistake? Because is Simon Hooper really the best referee? Because when let's keep it a stack. If it's Burnley against Sheffield United, yeah, Simon Hooper, whatever. If it's Tottenham against Man City, Liverpool against Arsenal, which referee has not made any mistakes, or which referee has made the least mistakes? You're going this one. Money miss.
No, in theory, you are right in saying that it should be the best referees reffing the best games. But you need to understand that they're all friends. They do it as well to sort of be like, oh, if he does well, he can get all the praise for having a good refereeing performance, and we can talk about it in the Sky Sports studio or the TNT studio or whatever afterwards, just to give him the praise. Like that's what they think is the best thing to do, when really it isn't. But listen, shout out to the Hoop man giving us that Premier League entertainment. Someone has to stop City, so it's better that he does it. And I see City fans online, they're crying, and I'm like, I don't know what you're crying about, because Højlund penalty against Man United, I didn't hear anything then. Chelsea penalty, Cucurella on Haaland, I didn't hear anything then. Kovacic red card earlier on against Arsenal this season, I didn't hear anything then. But when they won the league, Rodri handball against Everton, I didn't hear anything then. But then when it happens to City, Pep wants to grab his water bottle and start crying to the media.
Yeah, no. I think look, see,
I don't get it.
It's true. No, you win some, you lose some. City, you can't say right now that, because, bro, Arsenal, like, they think that they got aggrieved by that call against Newcastle. That's based on, because that was a very complicated call that led to the goal being given, where it can go either way. But everybody is going to have a bad call against them. And my thing is
hold it and move on.
It's just, this was bad. This wasn't the worst call in the world. Like, because at the end of the day, if that was Haaland or Alvarez, it was Grealish. So my thing is that if, let's say, that long ball was given to Alvarez or Haaland, who are fast and quick and can finish well and will be difficult to get the ball off, then you can man, if that ball gets to Haaland, it was going to Grealish. Because my thing, guys, I'll tell you right now, Grealish doesn't score that. At best, he gets fouled.
We don't know. He did score that game.
We don't know.
No, he didn't score that game. He would have.
Honestly, are you honestly telling me that Grealish would have the speed and the strength to fend off 3 Tottenham defenders based off of this? No. My thing is that somebody is going to foul him and be sent off, and you're going to get like a free kick.
Yeah. Honestly, we don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because, like I said, the Spurs defenders were clearly not ready, so you would have had some advance. He was clearly. Honestly, we can tell.
No, Kenny, they were chasing him, and Kenny, they would have caught Grealish, who isn't Usain Bolt.
Oh no!
So they would have fouled. But Kenny, it's worked for City. They would have fouled him, red card, and City have a free kick to potentially win the game. So they can.
That was at the end of the game. No, but that was at the end of the game. Let's go. That free kick would not change.
Money miss.
But the thing is that we're talking about these referee decisions. It's almost distracting from the game we actually watched, because there's things we need to talk about this game.
Yes, we will. For sure, we will.
We need to talk.
Oh no, money miss. No, we will. Let's just go about ref, but you will talk about the game. So, AK, what are you saying about AK?
I mean, I see this. I see this new thing coming out to protect the refs. This sin bin rule. I think
stupid.
Like, for this stupid ass rule, and I'm like, bro, is it that simple just to do your job correctly? Like, you see the guy is fouled. Like, the City player was fouled in the sequence, and they played the advantage. Why are you calling it back after the ball's been, after the pass has been played? And that's another thing. Grealish, okay, I know it's Jack fucking Grealish, but he's playing against the defense of Ben Davies and Emerson Royale. Anything can happen if you're playing against them two. But
but AK, would he have got into a 1v1 without Emerson Royale fouling him?
I mean, does Emerson Royale have the hand-eye coordination to foul?
I mean, he
might have just missed. He might have just missed him.
Okay. See, I'm willing to put money down that Grealish doesn't reach a point of a 1v1 that somebody is going to foul him and get a red card and be sent off.
Yeah, fine, but why is the referee blowing when the ball's being played. If you know that's a foul, you blow it then and there. Like, you're playing advantage and then you're going back when there's actually a play in motion. Like, I have no idea, man. But these are the referees in the country of Brickland. They're absolutely brickish. We saw that when they drew lines for an objective decision. So ultimately, the sin bin rule might just screw things up even further.
I don't want that. No, don't. No,
Can I speak?
Okay, yeah, Mom. So talk about it, Mohammed.
I can't believe that we are feeling bad for Lep. I don't know. I can't believe this, HH. I don't want to sound like.
Speak on it.
I don't want to sound like hater, but what goes around comes around.
Yeah, speak on it.
Pep Guardiola is an enemy to football, and not only is it Kamar because he was charged maybe 200 charges in Man City, but also he was also involved during that time during the Nigeria case in Barcelona as well.
Here we go.
So this is Kamar.
No, I can't. Does everybody want to speak more on the ref before we talk about the game?
Wait, 200 charges.
I'm hearing 350. Okay, so let's talk about the game. So, let me just put my stream marker. So, you see, I don't want to be reactionary and say and give Money Mace hope and say City 3 draws in a row, 2 games where they have an amazing winning streak, looking tricky, but Ange said, "What's up?" So a lot of players missing, a key player in Maddison missing, a key player in Romero missing. Tottenham went toe to toe, and they had many and yes, City had a lot of great chances, but Tottenham could have won. Now Haaland, because when you mentioned Haaland, don't start swearing and being angry at Simon Hooper. You had a lot of amazing chances to end that game. City should have won that game by 2 or 3 goals because they had way too many opportunities. They had way too many opportunities to win that game. So my thing though is, because this is what I said, I don't know whether you guys agree. No, that's bad. One. If this was years ago, City win that game. I think so. I don't know who it was. I think it was. It was either Zeman or Ricardo. No, sorry. It was either Ricardo, Zeman, or Casey who coined the term glorified terrorist.
Yeah,
that's Pep right now is a glorified terrorist.
He's a glorified terrorist now.
So my thing is, the Pep of before, who had the inverted wing backs and everything, they beat Tottenham for sure. But they've
been losing to Tottenham. Yeah, Tottenham is
that's not even it.
No, Kenny. My thing is that no, Kenny. That was poch Tottenham. I'm talking about this.
Even with Conte.
No.
But Kenny, that's my hope. No, Kenny. The way that Tottenham played and how open Tottenham were, they were not this open under Conte.
You got
wait. So my thing though is, it just seems as if for City, these 2 games against Liverpool, these are games you should have won. And I'm looking at this Tottenham game, I'm like, bro, how the hell did you not win this game? Because Tottenham pretty much gave you a template of, hey, back-to-back, space, end-to-end, boom. And Haaland, if you are this goal-scoring freak, and this amazing goal scorer, how the hell do you not get at least a 2-piece in that kind of a game? That game was made for a striker. All space, everything. But you know what guys are saying? Guys are saying that your Ben Davies and your boy puts a clamp hold on Haaland. I mean, I'm just saying.
No, come on, they did it, man. Let's not do that.
Don't
come on,
Emerson. Emerson's trash.
Can I speak on the game? This is shameless.
Kenny, where are my haters? Kenny, where are my haters, bro?
This is shameless. Can I speak on the game?
Yeah. Kenny, go for it. Kenny.
Can speak after Kenny.
No, if we've been real, if we've been real, Man City should have won, yeah, but obviously they missed their chances and they left the door open for Tottenham. And Tottenham were very clinical. Like they took their chances very well. The first goal, Edison, you're suspect, man. You have to do better there. Like, that's poor goalkeeping. You cannot let that happen. But then they equalized very quickly. Like they equalized really quickly. Second half they start dominating. Obviously, Haaland had a poor game in front of goal today. Obviously, let's not act as if I know people are going to laugh at it. No. Next game is gonna punish the next team that's coming his way. But
the next team's Luton Town, by the way.
Yeah, like Luton Town are holding at least 4-5. I'm just
minimum 4.
Yeah, they get
4.
Yeah, minimum 4.
Is it home or away?
Away.
I think it's away. It's away.
It doesn't matter, man.
Never know.
Like, come on, man.
Stop it.
Come on, stop it, man. Stop it. No, but obviously, I don't know. Pep is persistent with this three, like the 3-2-4, like 1. What he's playing with the Akanji playing as like a DM coin in, but for me, it's not working. Like it's not as good as Stones at it. Like it's not. I don't know. I keep seeing him playing that same formation and the same players, and I'm like they conceding a lot of goals. Like a lot of goals. Last year,
wait, Kenny, do you want to hear something fun? This is something that you'll actually enjoy. And shout out to Samasu who DM'd me this. So they've said that with like 23 games to go, City have already conceded more goals than the Mourinho Chelsea 04-05 season. Do you know how? Do you know how crazy that record is? They've already conceded more goals than that 04-05 Mourinho season. But people want to insult Mourinho. Continue.
That record is crazy. But even like for them, last season they were quite defensively solid. But this year I don't like Ruben Diaz. I don't know. It's not been like it's been a bit dodgy. Like I said, Ederson, on your feet you're good, but sometimes your shot stopping is not as good as it's supposed to be.
You see, nobody wants to say that. That Son goal, that's bad keeping, bro.
No, it
went under him.
Guardiola, ain't gonna lie, like for the price you've been bought at, like you're not doing like he's been bought for a lot of money. I'm not seeing like £9 million defender right now. Like, we need to see better, man. I'm sorry, it's not been as good as it's supposed to be. But yeah, like I'm sorry, they're still favorites. Like obviously, right now we're all laughing at them, left and all that. But there's no way I'm betting on any team except Man City still. Even if right now they're struggling.
No, sorry, guys, correction. Shout out to Splash in the chat. They play Villa away on Wednesday. They play Luton away on Sunday.
Luton.
And
Villa away.
Rodri is suspended.
Villa away is a tough game.
They've got no wing.
I mean, are we doing?
Oh, there's no Rodri as well.
There's no Rodri, and there's no Grealish, and there's no Duke.
Villa away is a tough game. I won't be surprised if they draw again. I won't be surprised.
Me too.
Villa is a tough game. Villa is a very tough game.
Kenny, nobody, no. Kenny, you're not going to do this to me. No, 4 in a row. 4 in a row. I'm sticking to 4 in a row.
No. Even if they draw against Villa, they're still going to win, yeah? But I wouldn't be surprised if they draw against Villa. But but they're still winning the league. Like, they're still winning the league. I haven't seen
okay, so you say they're winning the league because come December, January, Haaland will start scoring, they'll just get it right.
Yeah, they just get it right. The thing is that every time we say, they start slowly, they just get it right every time. Like, until I have to see it to believe it. It's like Dortmund. Like last season, Dortmund, they was at the end of the day they fumbled. Until I see with my 2 eyes, I won't be. Like, I'm sorry, I've seen too many times. Like,
James, talk to me about thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I mean, City fans crying out the referee decisions, so I'm like, just get in the bin with that because how are you letting Tottenham, who their defence consisted of all fullbacks? They had 4 fullbacks in defence, and Emerson Royale and Ben Davies were the centre-back duo. I mean, we've seen Haaland being pocket by fullbacks before because we saw Luke Shaw pocket him last year in Manchester Derby. So it's not new to Haaland in the Premier League. Like, you let a part-time rapper pocket you the whole game. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Royale. Because something like because I thought Wolves was the bogey team. So is Tottenham just a bogey team? Because people say a bogey team. So is it a case of where it's just a bad matchup place to play because And this philosophy is very different from Conte and Poch's philosophy. So just a case of where the players just match up badly with City for some reason.
I think it's just the club in general, but I don't think Man City has still scored at the what's it called, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, whatever it's called nowadays. They still haven't scored there yet, and it's been how many years? 5 years?
4 years. 4 years.
Yeah, but I mean, we're gonna count this year. They're not scoring now again. Like today, in the game, like Haaland, like that miss in the first half. Like, how do you miss that? And people are putting him in conversations where he's up there with. He's seen as a face of football. I'm like, this is no face of football. I'm sorry. So we're going from Ronaldo and Messi to Haaland and Mbappe. Like,
Cristiano is still the face of football.
Oh God.
No.
Come on,
so
man.
I've been trying to defend him.
Let's go.
So from this game, do you see any weaknesses in City that are appearing, or just think blip, they'll go crazy once they get it going?
For the big six clubs, they've only won one game and they've played all 5. So they've drawn with Chelsea, they've drawn with Liverpool, they've drawn with Spurs today. They lost to Arsenal. The only one they got a dub was against United. So less said about that. But there's little cracks in this team because we're right. He's a terrorist. He's playing 4 centre backs. We're seeing Akanji in the midfield with Rodri, and Rodri is going to be missing against Villa. Grealish will be because he got a yellow card today. Doku probably because he picked up a knock. And Aston Villa, they're one of the most informed teams in the league, and it's away at Villa Park, so they're going to be up for it, and that's going to be a tricky game because they haven't won a game in 3. When was that time Man City didn't win in 3 in the Premier League? Oh, that's mad.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, and those 2 wins, there's 2 losses back to back as well to Wolves and Arsenal.
Oh my! Wait, Man United are 6 points behind City.
What?
Oh my God! No, Aston Villa 1 point behind City. You know, if Aston Villa beat City, they go ahead of them. And they play the same games.
No. Wait. See, if Villa had won their game
today,
today, they would have been ahead of City.
Yeah, but they're playing next.
The most informed team in 2023.
Yeah, and they play next. Villa and Man City play next. So if Villa win, they go ahead by 2 points.
Is it look, Jason, don't give me hope.
No. But this is the thing. We're just drawing out what the inevitable, because we all know what City are going to do. Eventually they're going to pick up 14, 15 wins in a row. Like they always do this. Like they did this last year. They were crap for a lot of that period at the start of the season, missing. Like they'd win big, but then they'd lose or draw. They've done the same this season. Like they're very
no. Because see, we've always said that. Look, they can sell guys, and I think even Pep made a point, which I agree, that a big club isn't afraid of allowing players to join any other club. So, but when you look at Jesus, Zinchenko, Cole Palmer, it's still early. I still think that they'll win. Do you think they'll miss Gundogan, or no? Let's just see how this plays out. Do you think Gundogan is, because Gundogan is playing great for Barca?
I think they missed Gundogan and De Bruyne, because those are 2 key players that were in the midfield for most of last year, and they're just like, it's hard to do a quick turnaround. Like imagine if Arsenal lost Odegaard and Saka for a long period of time, and they're 2 key players. But I'm not looking at like this title race. Like, I'm sorry. So Liverpool strikers Nunez and Arsenal's is Gabriel Jesus. Does that strike the fear into any teams? No. And then you got Man City. They got Haaland and Alvarez. And this is a poor Haaland. He's not even on his game yet.
No, there isn't.
What if he clicks into gear? Like he's been poor this year, but he's on 14 goals still. So he's got a goal per game basically already, which is ridiculous in itself.
That's disgusting, man. What the?
See, like we're looking at Ollie Watkins, Jared Bowen being one of the best strikers in the league. Like you got Mo Salah, you got Son, and then you got Erling Haaland, he's in a league of his own already, and we're criticizing him.
But Jason, that is what is so frightening. This guy could have had easily 2 or 3 goals this game. He could have had easily he could have had 2 or 3 goals this game, and he's still on 14 goals. That is just frightening. Let me come to your boy AK. AK, so what are your thoughts on this game, AK?
Can you zoom into my AVI?
So we're giving the Real the love, man.
Guys, he was terrible today.
I'm trying
Wait,
to give it.
Respect the best Brazilian rapper.
Yeah, bro. That rap was killer rap. Killer rap.
Kenny, don't do that. Kenny, don't do that. Come on. So okay. So look, so you're looking at City. I mean, look, should we, rather than saying that City have the issues and everything, should we give Big Ange credit for he was brave?
Man, give him some credit. Yeah, of course. That first half I thought they were completely outplayed, but then in the second half they came out. They played quite well. I thought who was the guy in the left wing? Brennan Johnson. He was good, I thought. Son, of course, was good. Basuma was shaky. I'm not gonna lie, was shaky.
Yeah, no, but okay, as good as Johnson was, bro, I think there were 2 instances in the second half where, bro, if he had just made the pass to a guy that was fully open, bro. But
I mean, it's Brennan Johnson. You can't expect world class output from him. But yeah, I think HH, I have a question. Why is there so much big good press on Ange, but Emery doesn't I haven't seen anything about Emery.
It's because of Arsenal.
Players.
It's media stuff. That's why.
Oh no, it's not basically. It's all media.
Tarnished in the Premier League because of Arsenal. So they don't like him.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's media time because I think for Ange, it's people are let's keep it real. They didn't win this game. They drew the game.
Yeah, they drew.
And this was a draw after 3 losses in a row.
Yeah.
So my thing though is that it's what it is. It's exciting, because it helps the product. Emery is just an extremely great pound for pound manager. So being a really good pound for pound manager is not as exciting as, hey, 9 men, high line, we'll not play against him, we're going to have a goal.
Yeah, it's not just Emery.
Ange's the new guy, man. He's the new guy on the block.
It's not just Emery, it's the players as well. The only guy I see get good press from Aston Villa's team is genuinely Ollie Watkins. Apart from that, even Douglas Luiz, until about a couple of weeks ago, was extremely underrated.
Ali Shalim on tax.
Wait, are we saying Douglas Luiz is the best Brazilian midfielder in the Premier League?
Yeah. You can say that. Let's be honest, he's the best Brazilian midfielder in the.
Let's go through that. Yeah, you have to understand that the media does like Tottenham.
Yeah.
They like Tottenham.
Can I speak on this?
Yeah.
Can I finish on City? Yeah, I think. See, Man City, they look kind of. They're conceding a lot of goals, but I think. Ultimately, when Kevin De Bruyne comes back, when Stones is, I think, very important because Ruben Diaz has been stripping. Let's be honest, he's been stripping.
I thought he was the best centre back in the world.
Yeah, I thought he was one of the best centre backs. I thought it was better than VVD, but he's been stripping. Akanji, same thing. I think John Stones needs to be there. I think Rodri. Let's talk about Rodri. Let's be completely honest this season about Rodri.
You can't do that.
No. He was good until he got the red card against Forest. After that Forest red card, especially the last 2 games against Chelsea, against the last 3 games, Chelsea, Liverpool, and today, he's been kind of exposed. But I think that's my thing. I think that's more to do with the setup as well. I think Rodri, he's always 3-on-1 in the midfield. I think Pep has to show that up. But ultimately, here's the thing, HH. I think City will shape up and they will get 14, 15 wins in a row. It's just up to Arsenal or Liverpool and how they can do. Ultimately, I still think Liverpool. I still trust Liverpool a lot because they have a brilliant attack, and I think. They're the only team where I look like if you have one addition in the winter transfer window, they have no flaws in that team. So I trust Liverpool, but it's up to those two to see if they can get 14, 15 wins.
Right.
Because City will do that.
Money Mason into Jamal. Money Mason, thoughts on the game?
It was really weird because it was when it went to 2-1, it felt as if City were literally just going to take the piss and just go on and win 5-1, 6-1, but they almost took their foot off the gas for some reason. And they did the same thing in the Liverpool game, and I don't know why. Where it's they're in control of the match, but then they don't try and go for the jugular. They don't try and go for the win. They just try and like control it and recycle it when there's only a 1-goal deficit. And at 1 goal, you don't need to play amazing football to go and score 1 goal. It's just one moment. I mean, for me, the best player on the pitch today, he really surprised me. Lo Celso at Spurs today was amazing. Honestly, every time he got the ball, just was able to relieve pressure, even though he had that dickhead Yves Bissouma flipping, trying to do pirouettes and spins when he has like 5 or 6 people around.
He almost cost Tottenham the game.
Him and Royale were trash, honestly.
Yeah.
Those two were playing against Spurs. In terms of the title race, it's just, listen, I know we're not the favourites, but what I want is just be there. In case City slip up, we're there. That's all I need. You're not. I don't want to see City dropping points in March or April if it happens, and then we're 10 points off of it and we're not in with a chance. Just be in the race.
I think
for them to win it, they have to do a madness.
You see, for me, I think this whole league thing is you just have to keep winning. You just have to keep playing. You see, we don't know whether those games. Again, I sound like a broken record, but I say this every time. I remember the season it was where Arsenal beat United twice. And they beat United twice, but who won the league? United won the league that season. So my thing is that we don't know whether that game against City is going to mean anything, because the league could be won by 7 points, or it could be won by a point. Now, if it's won by a point, then maybe that win does matter. But if it's won by 7 or 8 points, it doesn't really mean anything. So my thing for Arsenal is all you can do is you just have to just keep winning, keep winning, keep winning, keep winning, keep winning, and now see what happens and when you now face them at the Etihad. So because this whole 38 game thing it's about just being consistent, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, and you just have to assume City will always win. You just have to always assume that they never expect that team to drop points. So my thing now for Arsenal is, you see, that win against City, it was purely psychological than mathematical. So it's not about how, we beat them, so maybe we're not going to. No. That was just about, that win was about for the rest of the games. It had nothing to do with about, that's 3 points that could make us win the league. It's about, we've beaten this rival, so it's given us that kind of confidence. So wait a minute, let's now go one better than what we did last season. So I still feel City will win. But as you said, let's just make things interesting. I want a 3-horse race. So just as a football fan, just as a viewer, let this be a 3-horse race that can go to the wire. Like the season where it was Atletico, Real, and your boys. So if this can just really go the distance, I'm like, boom. Because what we don't want is Aston Liverpool mess up and City win by 10, 11 points. But I'm saying like City, something's not working out here. So this is the best chance for Arsenal just to be like 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. So once City get it right, Arsenal now have a nice buffer to be like, okay, we have a buffer. All right, let's now go back to back with these wins. But sorry, let's continue.
No, and the thing is, you're right. At the moment, we're doing that. So far in the past few games, I'm talking about my club Arsenal, we've been looking better. We're starting to score more goals. Defensively, it's still the same. But it's just, what's it called? All you can do is just stay with City and just hope that things happen. I know we're going to talk about how City and how great they are and how many games they won, but I can't help but look at the fact that we gave them the title last year. As much as we can say City are this great team, bro, we gave them the title.
Yeah.
So, and that's my point. I feel as if Arsenal and Liverpool are both in front of City, and there's 10 games to go, I can't see a world where both Arsenal and Liverpool don't finish top. A season where I can't see a scenario where both of them fall behind City and City win that league. I think you can't keep dropping these points if it was just Arsenal or just Liverpool, then I could understand it, because then it's like, okay, now we just got to look at that Liverpool game, take points. Maybe other teams could take points, but City, if they keep going how they're going, then they're not going to have to just be watching us. They're going to have to be watching Liverpool as well. And you don't want to be watching too many teams thinking, oh, I hope they drop points, because then you can't really focus on your games.
Jamal, talk to me. City, Spurs.
Yeah, man. First, I want to shout out Spurs because I've been one of those guys cussing Big Ant. I've been saying it. I've been calling him a kangaroo merchant, a highland merchant, because no, because I was one of the guys who's saying why are people praising him? The guy is playing a highline against, and he's down to 9 men. But I have to shout him out because to go to the empty hat without James Maddison, Romero, and Van der Ven, that's 3 of your most important players. And you get a draw. I know it was scary sometimes, but you still get a draw at the empty hat. I mean, bro, that's big. And I'm saying it now. If this guy wins a cup, which Tottenham will never win, by the way, but if this guy wins the FA Cup with Spurs, he might be top 3 Spurs manager. I'm not being shameless, Spurs. You know your level, but he could be. But yeah, man, on City, you know what's the thing that always makes me laugh at it about City and the media? You know, City never start great. And every season, everyone keeps saying, oh, City's done for, City's bad, City's finished. Bro, the only season City start off great was the 100-point season. And that's why they get 100 points. Yeah. City never start off great. And it's a tactic because if you watch in preseason, in preseason, City don't play 5-6 preseason games. They always play 2, 3. You should watch it. And that's why. But come after Christmas, these guys are unstoppable, man. And I still feel they're going to win this league. I think it's going to be close. I think they're going to win it by maybe 3 points max. But yeah, man, I just want to say City are still good, man. The only thing I'll say is this year it's a little bit different because missing Mahrez and Gundogan. That could be big miss because Gundogan was clutch. People are forgetting Gundogan was clutch. So
huge, massive. And Mahrez was just a different outlet that could win a game for you individually. Yep. Which Doku, as good as Doku and Grealish are, they don't have the kind of X factor that's Mahrez.
I don't think he's ready yet. Game. I think he's explosive, but I don't think Doku is ready yet. I think next year he'll be much better.
All right, let me take some Dubinskis, man. Shout out to Arbis Fairman, who says, Madrid fans remember Tchouaméni missed penalty of the World Cup final. Wait, did Tchouaméni miss a penalty in the World Cup final?
Yeah, he didn't even hit the target.
Yes, he didn't hit the target.
It's when Martinez did that dance in front of. It's when he took the ball.
Yeah. So it was only Koeman and Mbappe who scored.
No, Koeman missed.
I think it was Colomani.
Martinez.
Koeman missed.
Yeah. Oh,
Koeman missed, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He hit the post.
Chouamani.
Craven Aisin, thank you for the dub, man. Carrasco tripped his own feet. No Barca player was near him. Nobody touched him, and the VAR gave the penalty against Barca in the 1920 season. But you see, Craven, is that bad refereeing or was someone paid? You see, my thing with La Liga is that I don't know whether it's bad refereeing or just brand envelope tax. So if it's brand envelope tax, that's not bad refereeing. That's just like I am intentionally doing something because I was paid to do this. The thing with the Premier League is I don't think it's brand envelope. I just think they're just trash. They're just inept, So Miguel Rabines, VAR overturned a penalty against Cowell because it hit him in the face. EPL refs are abysmal. You see, yeah, bro, why did that call even go to VAR and everything? It clearly hit his face. Like, even when I was looking at the reels, the ball, you see the ball actually fully striking his face. At what point did it ever hit his arm, man?
Yeah, I was stressing. I thought they were going to give the penalty. I was like, whoa.
I would have dared them to. Kenny, it was so obvious that why did you even look at VAR?
It's so obvious, yeah.
Clearly, it hit his face.
Well, maybe it's part of the sleeve. You never know.
Oh, please. Shout out to Adams. Yes. Why, for me, the biggest indictment on City is that they've tried to go bar for bar with bad, depleted teams like Spurs and Chelsea, and they didn't come out on top. J. Cole going against Lil Nas X and not losing. No, but Adams, my thing there is I feel it's a tactic here because they should have beaten Chelsea and Spurs 100%. Do we really believe that City are not going to go on like a 10, 15, 16 game winning run?
Yeah, they will.
They're gonna do so. So my thing is that City are just getting into gear. Once they get into gear, it's so the best chance for Arsenal and Liverpool is get as many points now. So you build yourself a good buffer come January. Because come January, these guys are just gonna go crazy.
Lights out.
So my thing here is that like it's surprising, but remember it's a marathon. It's a 38 game spread. So last topic here, and I'm gonna come to you here, Jamal. So Jamal, real quick, what is Trent's best position? What's his best role for Trent?
I feel it's midfield, man. Box to box on the right hand side.
Can he play midfield, knowing what is needed for the midfielder?
I think he can, because I think the right back thing now is done. I think he don't want to defend anymore, He said it, well, he didn't say it in interviews, but you could read between the lines. He's saying it. He wants to be a midfielder now. The right back thing was cool when he was 18, 19, busting through to the first team. But he's a man now. The guy's 25. And I don't think he wants to be a right back anymore. You can see it how he plays. He wants to be a midfielder. So, yeah, man, I think Klopp right now has to make a role for him in the midfield, man. And just buy a right back. Because the right back experience, for me personally, it's done. I don't know what your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, because I do feel that midfielder people, because when I suggested that, guys were saying, well, do you know what it means to be a midfielder and everything? It's about retraining, because it's a vastly different role. Because for me, people are like, oh, like Marcelo, Trent isn't like Marcelo. Or like Cafu, he's a different kind of a player. And when I just look at his skill sets and his characteristics, they're not the same as a Marcelo. I feel his characteristics are made for midfield, but he just needs to retrain and understand how to play that position. Because when you play that position, there are different things required of you, and the different kind of disciplines that you need to say what's up. Because my thing for transport is that, look, this guy, in terms of his technique, this guy is money. And in terms of just his passing, his vision, his ability to execute a pass, and how threatening he can be both in the attack, you're not making best use of his talents at right back. I just think that if you now retrain him into midfield, that's almost like a new signing. Wait, let me come to Jesse. So Jess, your thoughts, where do you think, what role do you think is best for Trent?
That's actually a good question, because like, you see Trent, like, this season especially, like, you see him, like, attacking-wise. The guy literally looks like an attacking player out there. Like, this is not a fullback. It's not like any fullback that we see in this league currently. And it's a weird situation, because, like, you see, for example, somebody like a Frimpong at Leverkusen. He plays right back, but technically, when you actually watch the games, he pretty much plays like a winger. I feel like Klopp needs to develop something similar in a system where you just get the best out of somebody like a Trent, because you can argue that he's one of the better or he is the best playmaker in their team. And I feel like it would be a waste to have somebody having to defend like that, in my opinion. Like today,
if you're a playmaker, the playmaker has to be in the sense of the pitch. Now, you can be one of the creators. Creativity can come from the right back, left back, and everything. But if you're a playmaker, which I think, because people say like, oh, Trent doesn't have the composure. You have to understand, that's why I use the keyword retrain. You can't just put him there. You have to retrain him. So this goes to the training and say, these are the things you need to do. And you just need to just train, and just understand the position. Because, bro, Bale didn't start off as a winger. That's not how he started off. He started off as like a defender. So, yeah.
Yeah, Bale came in for us as a left back. And he even started playing left back until they saw something in training, like, or in games.
The same thing with Henry. Who thought that pace merchant, who was a winger, would turn out to be one of the best strikers of his generation? Henry was just a pace merchant winger.
And Gerrard's first 2 seasons at Liverpool, he was a right back. People forget that, Gerrard was a right back for the first 2 seasons.
And he played DM
Gerrard,
as well.
Stevie.
He was a DM as well.
Yeah,
right.
His first 2 seasons at Liverpool, he was a right back.
That's actually crazy. But
you didn't know that,
I did not know that.
Yeah, he was a right back. Yeah.
He used to wear the number 28 jersey.
Just to conclude,
so Jez again, Jez.
Yeah, just to conclude real quick, I feel like I think it will just come all the way down to Klopp what he wants to do with him. Because, like, I mean, the guy's getting G's now as well. Like, and this is a top quality G's as well. Like, I think it's just a waste seeing him at right back. Like, if you want to play him inverted, he tried that, I think, last season or the season prior, and it wasn't working really as well. It doesn't help that they don't have a proper DM as well. So I feel like they just need to build in certain areas in their teams, so Trent has that freedom. Like, he could be the first ever like free roaming right back ever. I don't know, but
that's too risky.
Wait, I'm very quickly, HH. Very quickly. I just want to say something. I'll say, after seeing today, HH, Alisson is our best player, you know, because you know he's injured right now, and you don't.
Kelleher.
Yeah, Alisson. Yeah, no, man, not that HH. As an overall player, you know, some people say, you know, Salah. If what happens with Salah, if you guys are finished, Van Dijk, Trent, it's Alisson. Alisson is our most important player. That guy is so good because Kelleher coming today and the level dropped so much, man. So I just want to say, if Alisson is out for a while, I think we're done. Alisson is our most important player.
Apparently back for Man United.
Okay, so Blake, let me come to so Trent, what can he? Because I've just talked to people say he can't play midfield. He doesn't have the composure to play in the midfield. Do you think he can play in the midfield if he's put there, Trent? Blake.
Oh shit, my mic was mute. It depends on who he's in the midfield with. Like, that's the biggest problem that Liverpool have had with finding the best midfield, is the balance of the midfield. And since we don't have a DM, putting him in midfield can be risky, because if you play the midfield, it's one of those positions, if you're in a tough game, it's easy to look lost. Like, it's easy for games to run by you. I will say the positive thing of him being right back and inverting is that he's harder to mark. You can't really track him as easy because he can ghost in and then he can ghost back out. The problem that Liverpool have is I would only play Trent in midfield if we get a DM or if we still had like a Fabinho. That's why, if you really think about it, the biggest defining deal that did not happen for Liverpool was the Caicedo deal. Because if it was Caicedo and Trent in midfield, then we're having a whole different conversation. Or even a Peak Henderson. Peak Henderson would have covered Trent defensively, because that's how we won them titles and trophies. Because Henderson will cover Trent defensively as he will push forward.
So you're saying that right now, without a DM, it's too risky to put Trent in that midfield?
Oh yeah, it's definitely
without
too risky.
a DM.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Risky. But I have been hearing like rumors that we're linked with Frimpong. So who knows what Klopp has got planned. But I wouldn't put him in midfield with McAllister. Him and McAllister in midfield, like, who's staying back? I wouldn't do it, man.
So can Liverpool win the title this season? Or you say no? Without a DM, does it even begin that?
Hell no. Like,
wait, what do you say? Hell no. Come on, that's extreme.
Did you see that game today? We were getting peppered. We were getting peppered HHM moments in the game. One of the biggest issues that Liverpool lack is control. With this team, you can't get those 1-0 leads, those 1-0 wins, those 2-1s, those grinding out wins. This is actually an interesting stat. Liverpool have not beaten a team by 1 goal. It's normally by 2 clear goals that we beat teams, other than the Newcastle game. Majority of the season, we've beaten teams by 2 clear goals. And the problem that we're going to have is our front line is too inconsistent. Gakpo, when he comes in, he has the ghost gene. Sometimes I forget he's playing. Diaz, he has the ghost gene as well. Nunez, when he plays bad, you see the bozo genes. Like, we have too many flawed attackers to win the league, because we miss too many chances. We give up. We miss too many good opportunities. We were lucky that Trent saved us, because the chances that Nunez missed today, we were lucky. We were very lucky.
The weird man.
I need this dude to wear a Uruguayan jersey underneath, because for some reason his finishing ability is better when he wears that Uruguay jersey.
I say Darwin is an enigma, and I think that's why, if you look at, that's maybe what this title comes down to. Because if you're now saying a team has Haaland, Alvarez, another team has Nunez, another team has Jesus, he may be missing chances now, but over 38 games, I'm going with the Norwegian.
And you know what's a scary thing? And you know what's the scary thing? Oh yeah, go on.
Okay, I just said.
Can I speak after Blake?
Yeah, sure.
The lucky thing for Nunes is this year, is that we have Salah. We have so many players. Like our whole combined attack has like 50 GA. So we have so many players scoring goals. So the pressure on him isn't as big. So maybe that's gonna buy him more time to settle in, because I think he's gonna be one of those late bloomers. If he's gonna be a good striker, I think he's gonna be one of those late bloomers. Because clearly he's not. I think he's gonna be a late bloomer. I think he's gonna be like an Inzaghi, someone that gets good like late, or a Diego Milito. Did you see Diego Milito before Inter Milan?
Oh yeah. No, you're a late bloomer, super late bloomer. Yeah.
No, I think he's gonna be a late bloomer, but do we have time for that? Is yet to be seen. But I don't think we're ready for the time. I feel like this is Arsenal's. Like God gave them a second chance, because this is a perfect opportunity, because City are also lacking control as well. But January is very telling.
So you're not even putting Liverpool, because I'm saying that through association, Liverpool are not going to be in this title race. That's it. They can't do it. Liverpool can't give City a game.
I feel like head to head we can give them a game, but the problem is
no. Title race.
Title race. Nah, I think we leak too many goals. We give up too many chances, and as we've seen today, the level between Kelleher and Alisson is drastic. That shows you how Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the league, because we were competing with Arsenal in terms of clean sheets. Do you know Arsenal give up the fewest chances in the league? We give up one of the most. I think. No.
Right now, you could argue with Courtois injured. You could argue that Alisson is probably the best keeper in the world now, with Courtois injured.
Yeah,
you can make that argument. Okay, let me come to Waske then. To AK. So Waske, Trent, your assessment on Trent. Keep him at right back. Can he be retrained? How do you get the best out of him? And what do you think Liverpool can do this season, title wise?
Trent. Bro, I think long term, as his career goes on, maybe he can switch to a midfield role. But I mean, he would have suited a traditional sort of right midfielder role if this is 10, 15 years ago, maybe.
David Beckham.
Relax. There's levels, bro.
Levels, stop us, bro.
I think Trent is better than that.
He's a poor spice merchant. Victoria Beckham merchant.
There's levels.
We're not gonna fly past that. Talent-wise, I think Trent is more talented than Beckham. What you on about,
Easily. You're not
Easily.
Those are facts. Those are facts. Anyways. I mean, Waske is because Waske was a fan of the Spice Girls, so he will refuse. But it is what it is.
When it comes to heritage, Beckham has a better heritage than Zag, right?
Based off Victoria Beckham. Based off his wife.
And Chinese.
And Japanese woman as well. Waske, go for it.
I'm not a fossil like you. I didn't idolize the Spice Girls. So and Cleopatra. So the thing with Trent is, I think as a traditional right midfielder, then okay, maybe. But where do you see those kind of players now? Like, you either see a guy playing far out to the right, up front as much as they can, and then midfielders are basically a free or a pivot with a cam. So I don't think he can play in a pivot at all. And as a cam, it doesn't work as a cam either. Maybe he can play as a right winger. Maybe I don't know if he.
So you don't think he works as a cam or like an attacking midfielder? So if Liverpool had a really good DM and they had a really good base, and he was allowed to roam, and there were guys who were just there just to hold the midfield intact, and you're now allowed to roam, you don't think that could work with a good base?
The guy can make a 40-yard switch, but a cam, he's not. I don't look at him and I don't think he suits the cam role. Like a cam's not supposed to spray passes.
This is my arguments. Do you remember Henry as a winger? Henry as a winger was a totally different player when to Henry as a striker.
The guy was a brick as a winger. Yeah, I know.
Remember? Stop it. He wasn't a brick, but he was very limited as a player. So my thing though is that I have seen players totally look different from one position. Now, it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work. So I'm not saying that this is a definite work.
No, but hold on. Him going from a winger to a striker, that's not as a drastic of a switch as.
Okay, let me give you one. Let me give you one real quick. Fabinho used to be a right back. A lot of people didn't know that. When he was at Real Madrid, he used to be a right back, Fabinho.
Wait, hold on. Bald-headed Fabinho?
Yeah, Fabinho used to be a right back. He started off as a right back.
Monaco as well.
Yeah, he started off as a right back, and then they moved him into DM. So it's possible.
So was Kimmich,
okay,
right?
But how old was he? How old was he when he played right back?
He was like early 20s. Like we signed him as a DM when he was like 24. To around the same age as Trent.
Yeah. Trent is now 25.
Yeah, so it really just depends on the personnel though. Like let's say we had like a prime Kante or someone like that next to him, or like freaking Makelele or someone like that.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean we can all do that. I mean if I don't know if Messi played for Chelsea, then we could all play that game, right?
Basically, I think we're just making an assumption here, because the assumption is modern game 2023, 2024. If Trent is pressed, can he beat a press? And your assumption is that no, he can't, and it is too late for you to be able to understand and actually be proficient of the demands of the midfielder. Wait, hold on, but Wesley, is that what you're saying? That's like,
it's I think it's. I mean, to move from playing right back, even if you push for a bit more forward, a right midfielder to playing cam, I think it's too late. Maybe he can definitely play midfield. He can definitely play as a central midfielder, possibly, with time. But then he would have to start like straight away. It can't be like a makeshift position where he's 1 week he's playing midfield, the other week he's playing right back. Like he'd have to go into that position straight away. And then
AK, go for it. AK.
I don't understand why we're asking this. Keep him at right back and then get a player to like occupy his position like Henderson did. Because are we gonna forget the 18-19 and 19-20 season where he was incredibly elite with Henderson behind him? So just get a more technically better Henderson.
AK, that's kind of hard, Do you know the closest player to Henderson currently plays for
Henderson is an enigma, AK. AK, insult Hendo all you want, man. Hendo is an enigma. Hendo is a unique.
He's not an enigma, man. Calm down. He's not
an enigma. Let me give you something
we're not doing this.
Let me tell you something funny here. The closest player to Henderson currently playing.
He's gonna say Gallagher.
He plays for.
I knew he was gonna say Gallagher.
No gal.
I don't want.
That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
He's literally Henderson. They're literally the same.
No. Here's what Liverpool should get. They should get a DM who can basically defend on all parts of the pitch, the center and the wide areas.
So basically doing what Real did with Marcelo.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but Chelsea took him.
No, not necessarily. There are a lot of like that. Paulinho's that type of guy. Paulinho can defend wide areas and central areas.
But the problem
is... But the reason why I don't see the Marcelo thing is because the weakest point in Trent game is his dribbling. He's not a dribbler like Marcelo.
It doesn't need to be dribbling.
That's the point though.
And Marcelo
I have never fully rated Trent in that right back position. You see, as a right back, I can look at you either in the Ashley Cole sense, Zanetti sense, or in the Marcelo sense. So
what about Cancelo?
You're good defensively. So the Cancelo sense. So AK, Trent has never done what Cancelo on his day does. What Marcelo did.
But you have, for example, the Trent, the zones he occupies means that he necessarily Trent is intelligent in the way that he creates space, so he knows like which zones to work that there's space in those zones, and he uses those zones to create space, and then he's able to launch a 40-yard pass. So he's not a dribbler, but he is in those attacking zones.
He says,
but see, that's very limited though, because in that position, if you're an attacking right back or left back, you do need a level of dribbling to your game. So you need to, you need an element of dynamism to your game.
My problem is also, by the way, this is not related, but YSK, I saw you alone move to Bayer Leverkusen, so please don't.
Look, I don't know I don't even know what the hell that's about.
Nah, he had an ABI of Leverkusen.
Relax.
I know, I saw it. So Blake, what's supposed to say? Blake, what's supposed to something, Blake?
Okay, so I was just gonna say the thing about it is if you look at Trent, when Trent speaks about he don't speak about being a right back. He speaks about, I watch Pirlo, man. I watch Xavi Alonso. Like, these are not right backs. Dude wants to play in midfield so bad. Like, he don't even.
Why don't you look at Lam? Why don't you look at
Lam? Even Kimmich. Kimmich is like a similar player if you think about it.
No. See, my thing though is that if the way that he's been used right now is you're not even doing the job of like a Marcelo, you're sort of just like a specialist, which is just occupy the space, hit that cross, hit that space. But to play that position well in an offensive sense, you need to do what Marcelo did. You need to do what Dani Alves did. See, for Dani Alves he's walking that flank, fully walking it. That's almost Trent. Hence why it makes sense.
Dribbling was insane though. HH. Dani Alves is dribbling like same with Marcelo. Those dudes are on a different stratosphere to Trent when it comes to dribbling.
The question, HH, for me is this. If you put him in midfield, the same problem that's happened to Kimmich or Rice. The guy is not a disciplined defender, which number one, you can't play him in that 6th position. You can't play him. You have to play him next to A6. And number two, does he have the 360? He needs to be 360 aware. You can't just play passes like you do a right back in midfield.
No. That's why.
If you have that liberty to make from right back, use that from right back. Why are you putting that into midfield where that liberty might not exist?
Yeah, he's gonna.
I think it's a risk because my thing is that he's 25 now. He's not 20, 21. He's 25. So my thing though is that it is a massive jump because remember, Henry was very young when he moved from winger to striker. So my thing that you've played for so long in this position, so now moving now in what is a very, because I don't care when it says, I argue that midfield is one of the most physically demanding, one of the most difficult positions to master. So to now move right now, it's a huge jump. But my thing though is, you might as well just try. Okay, but let me quickly come to Nomad. So Nomad, where are you at with this whole Trent thing? Do you say no? Agree with AK. It's worked. Get a DM. Just utilize that thing as a right back, or do you say, wait a minute, maybe we can see him look even better if he's moved into midfield?
HH, isn't he just a defensive David Beckham? Come on, HH.
Damn.
Wow.
That's all he's. I've never rated him. I mean, except for long balls and maybe free kicks. What is he really the specialist at? And you can't be a specialist in that. I mean, you can't be a specialist in that.
Have you seen his goals? Have you seen his shooting?
What's crazy?
How many goals does he score a season? How many goals does he average a season?
You do know. Against the top six teams, he has more GA than Saka, more GA than Martinelli. Against the top six teams from right back.
I'm talking about how much he averages per season for the last 3 or 4 seasons. 5, 6.
Yeah, but if you look
7.
at it, his assist numbers are great. He's just not in the position to score. That's really it.
You need work rate. You need versatility. You need to be specialist in your position. He has none of these things.
He's a
Real Madrid fan.
Oh, Real. Okay.
Yeah. So he's not a specialist in any position. Tell me his position.
No, his position currently is right back.
Right back.
No, that's not his position. I'm sorry to believe. I'm not going to believe that. I'm sorry. He is not a right back. He doesn't have a single defensive bone in his entire body. How can he play in the back four?
No, wait. Hold on. No matter how good was Marcelo defensively?
He was crap, and he also cost us a lot. I'm going to be honest. He helped us a lot. He also cost us a lot. It was a calculated risk.
Okay. So what was Marcelo? So Nomad. So what was Marcelo? What was his position then? What was his position then? What's the position?
Yeah, he was a left wing back.
Okay,
he was a left wing back.
So can't you then say the same thing for Trent? That Trent is a right wing back then?
No, he's not. That's what I'm saying. He's not. No one can tell me what his actual position is. He's not a right wing back. Or else I would have said he's a right wing back. He's not.
So what will you say he is then? What do you say he is then?
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have a position. I'm asking you all.
Okay,
so tell me what his position is. He doesn't have a
position, man.
He doesn't.
Whoa, pause.
He doesn't. Just because he's played as a right wing back doesn't mean that's his position. He sucks at that position. He plays once every 1 or 3, 4 games.
Yeah, I mean, every time you see Trent as a right back, he gets cooked. Like, let's be honest. Like,
he's trash. After multiple years of seeing what Winnie does to him, each and every single time.
No, I think trash may be extreme, but no,
he's trash. He's trash in the back.
But Nomad, that is but we're now saying though that because defensively he ain't great, and Liverpool fans can agree. Why don't you try him out in midfield? And see what he does in midfield. Because Nomad, you have to admit that the guy is talented at passing, his vision, execution of long passes, and shooting and dead ball situations.
I'll be real, HH. I haven't heard Nomad talk with that level of hatred before. Like he's like,
yeah, I think it's personal.
Shouldn't you? AK, this was the man who was responsible of sending your sworn rivals out of the UCL in dramatic fashion.
Corner taken quickly.
Yeah, corner taken quickly, bro. So you should be repping him.
You should be liking him, bro.
Yeah, Gerardo get as well. Yeah. So let's entertain the fact that Trent is trash. If your reason for Trent for Liverpool being successful is Henderson, then that means you must rate Henderson highly. Because if Trent is so bad, your level of respect for Henderson must go up. You can't have Trent be bad and Henderson be bad at the same time because Liverpool wouldn't be winning as many games as they have.
They're both system merchants. That's the thing. They're both system merchants. Both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, but in 2023, who aren't system merchants?
That's what I was gonna say.
I mean, let's not act like Henderson was some specialist. Like, let's not do this.
No, he wasn't a
specialist. He was a specialist at energy, bro. Energy is a specialist skill, bro.
Maybe,
yes, that's a specialist skill.
Okay, yeah, right.
And passion.
Energy lives matters, man. Energy lives matters.
Yeah,
passion spells PASHUN. So yeah.
All I can say is that Trent can only be played in that Toni Kroos role.
So
he needs a destroyer behind him. And someone who can give a lot of work rate around him. He's not that creative and he's not that physical. So he can play in that Toni Kroos. He can play as a luxury player, basically, a deep lying number 8 luxury player.
Well, the notion that luxury players don't exist in modern football anymore.
Let's get serious now.
Wait, hold on, Jamal, we're saying Jamal.
Yeah, let's get serious now. Let's cut the crap.
Okay.
What's your Premier League table for the end of the season? Your top 3.
Top 3 is City first, City, Arsenal, Liverpool.
All right, next question. The City getting 90 points. The City is going to finish in the 90s.
At this moment, I'm going to say high 80s, like 87, 88.
Because I'm seeing a tight race, but I think City is going to edge it.
For me, you see, a three horse race would be asking a bit too much. January is going to be key. See, for me, you need to ask me this question after people have made purchases in January. If Liverpool buy well, if Arsenal get a striker, we're having a different conversation. If Liverpool get a DM, we're having a different conversation. So if Liverpool get a DM,
you know this guy's coming back. Thiago, you know he still plays for us.
Oh. Actually, I thought the guy retired.
Yeah, I thought the guy retired.
So basically, based off of January could be very pivotal time because Arsenal are not winning this league without a clinical striker. Liverpool cannot outlast and go through the way they are going through without a DM.
Facts.
So
wait. Did you say how many teams did you say in the title race?
You said 3.
I said that if Arsenal get a striker, Liverpool get a DM, we could potentially see a 3-horse race.
What if City get another midfielder?
Oh, here comes YSK. Until it is mathematically unproven, we're still going for the title. Okay. Until it is mathematically out of our hands, Chelsea is going for the title.
So it's a 14 race. Wait.
That's funny.
Can I ask Nomad a quick question?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so my question, Nomad, is then why Real Madrid are linked with Trent?
They were never linked to Trent. That's just the English media trying to make some money off of him.
Oh,
and
wow.
off of Real Madrid's name, please.
So
Give me a
if Real
break.
Madrid going for Trent,
Give me a
what
break.
would that say? What would that say?
I'm sorry, we're more likely to go after Rege. HH is Rege than Trent.
No, man, Rege has signed a blood pact. He took a pint of his blood and he signed with his blood. He signed a blood pact is we're now bounded by blood. So
that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, but blood is thinner. Blood is thinner than the weight of the Real Madrid jersey. HH, you know that.
No, man, do you know how much blood weighs? Blood plays a lot, bro.
It's crazy that he says that because he's repping Jose Lu up front. And you're telling me that they wouldn't sign.
No. Nobody is repping Jose Lu. Wait, shout out Miguel Rabines. Fortunately, we stole Liverpool's DM target in Lavia. Sorry, Liverpool fans.
Has he played for you guys? Yes. By the way,
he's going to debut on Wednesday.
Has he trained?
Yes. So FSG F's up Liverpool's DM situation. Oh, and Lavia will help Enzo and Caicedo the rest when he returns. No. See,
Caicedo was.
Where's the creativity in that three-man midfield?
Yeah, that. Also,
yes.
No, guys. I don't think you understand. Once Nkunku and Lavia comes back, me and Miguel are gonna cook.
Record
me
this,
and
guys.
Miguel, we are gonna cook. Once the coup and and Romeo and Juliet. Once Romeo and Juliet, once Romeo and Juliet and the coup comes through,
yo, that's a crazy thing,
guys. You see, you've not even seen the real Chelsea, guys. You've not seen the real Chelsea. Guys, once the coup cooks.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
So are you winning Wednesday, Chiefs? Are you beating Manchester United?
Jamal, all I'm saying though is that watch out for the coup.
Wait, hold on.
Jamal, we are launching a coup with the army. We are launching a coup. We are taking over this country. We are launching a coup. Yes, sir.
Nkunku, when is he coming back? Or sorry, when is he coming back?
YSK, he could face the club on Wednesday.
What are you cooking?
And how long before he goes back to the hospital wing?
Yeah, he's pretty injury prone.
You better win on Wednesday, man.
No,
after all the insults you have been doing.
Jamal, if Romeo and Juliet and the core are not pitch, United shouldn't bother. Jamal, if we have our full team, United shouldn't bother turning up because it could get ugly. It could get very ugly.
As long as Nico hits up Ashton for more birthday.
Okay. Half up snowbodies. Maybe Trent needs that milk to change position and journey. All right. You know what, guys. On that note, guys, it's been swell. It's been beautiful. I'll see you guys on the Monday members hangouts. Peace out. Stay true. One love.